blowing at the jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slide. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slide. Everything I do is got the bands jumping out the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm trouble, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit I don't trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another negative advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. Just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, but run up a check. Demand my respect. I'm doing the most, I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the internationally known and recognized symbol of YouTube excellence and entertainment, the Boss Up Show. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne, and this is the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, aka Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than Hollywood CGA and EWF, that is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. Also the man with one throw-by-ho. That is the ecclesiastical Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one, the founding father of the after pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolated Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. You're also looking at James Bind, the Malo Poppy, Hentai CGA, Don Gregorio, the king of the Lings, Ling Arthur. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but you can call me the benevolent monarch, CGA, see God Allah. And you're looking at the undisputed most dangerous podcast on YouTube, the previously banned from YouTube, and the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. The realest of the real is here. And we got a great show for you lined up today. The main event. This ecclesiastical wife and mom's double life led to her getting murked and deleted. Can you guess what her super secret was? We're going to take you through a flashback of a great show of how we talk about the ecclesiastical women of the world, how you can have an ecclesiastical marriage and you can be undefeated out here getting married in today's world. We're going to show you a wife getting taken out because she had a secret double life. We're going to talk about that, man, and how this affects how people view dating, relationships, and marriages and all of that stuff. We're going to go. This is going to be a great show. It's going to be a great show. It's a Friday show. It's the weekend.
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend?
It's the weekend. Nigga. We have that coming up. We have Shannon Sharpe doing the tap dance and the shuffle. He's going to reveal whether he would be filthy, rotten rich or if he would have a ecclesiastical marriage. All right, Shannon Sharpe here is doing a little bit of tap dance. What's wrong with these men today, man? These men today, I swear, Shannon Sharpe out here doing the Texas two-step. He out here doing the whole Bojangles. All right, and tap dancing out here, whether Shannon Sharpe would rather be filthy, rotten rich or have the love of his life. All right. All right, here we go right there. Okay. All right. Somebody said MTR gave me a shout out. Okay. Shout out to MTR. You know, I'm critical of you stealing my shit. All right. And speaking of stealing my shit, Myron Gaines will be on today's show. Right. Myron Gaines, Mr. I'm gonna steal CGA shit, is on today's show, and I got proof. All right, this nigga be stealing my shit. All right, but anyway, it's a remix. It's a remix. You know how it is. Oh, I forgot to name CGA again. All right, but we got Myron Gaines, Mr. I'm gonna steal CGA's whole shit and run with it. All right, and he's gonna get his bag and run.
Gotta get my bag and run.
We got Sand Niggy of the Year, Myron Gaines. All right, on today's show. So MTR, I must spare you the expense. They said you shot me out. All right, but anyway. We also have niggas fighting each other. Apparently, Anton versus O'Shea. What are we doing here? It's getting crazy around here. It's getting crazy around here. But anyway, to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV, PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. We had Chad Ochocinco stealing my whole shit. All right, we got Myron Gaines stealing my shit. All right, MT, all of these niggas. All right, and why are everybody attacking Anton? Why is everybody attacking Anton? I saw this with Kevin Samuels, man. All right. And for all the people who say I got hate for Kevin Samuels, y'all crazy. I'm going to still bring up the fact that the nigga wouldn't say my name. All right. But that's neither here nor there. Rest in peace. But I never made a diss video on Kevin. Everybody else made a diss video on Kevin when he was on his rides. Everybody was trying to claw that nigga back. All right. Why him? Why not me? Why can't I be the next Kevin Samuels? He stole my shit. And he did. But that's neither here nor there. All right, I never made it this video. I just kept over here, quiet as kept. But anyway, Anton Daniels is the new Kevin Samuels, meaning that he's rising above everybody else, and they don't like it. They don't like it, man. So it's time they be trying to take down Anton now. All right, this is why I tell you, man, you don't want to be rich and famous around this motherfucker. I mean, you want to be rich and famous, but you don't. All right, because especially amongst niggas. Niggas love to take other niggas down. So they out here on a mission to shipwreck Anton. All right, because they out there on a 7-on-1 disqualification match out here. Non-disqualification match. All right, they out here trying to get him. All right, they trying to get him. They like lynching. Niggas love to lynch each other, don't they? But anyway, enough about that. Christians, I'm not going to mess with you today, except for ecclesiastical wives. We got an ecclesiastical wife here. All right, she married young. She did the right thing. She had kids. All right, but she been out there with a family secret that got her murked. Anyway, we got Straggle and Sniggle Theater and all of that. But did I tell you how to contribute to today's show? All right, I did have to tell you how to contribute to today's show. Anyway, we have Pay Pizzle for Shizzle early in the morning. All right, shout out to our brother. Hold on for a second. I didn't click the wrong link. All right, that's going to take me to my the largest threesome that I've had in history yesterday. And it was fantastic. All right. All right. It was fantastic, boy. I tell you, it was a whole Neapolitan ice cream bowl last night. All right. But anyway, we got our brother, Pearce Francais, showing support. Free agent lifestyle for life. All right. Shout out to you, man. Pearce Francais. Our brother here, Preston Yu, says, without pussy, men do not want success, and that's why Pookie is viewed as the winner. I'm going to tell you, man, there was a video, Preston. I don't know if you shared it on Locals, but it was a guy saying that. I don't know if I can pull up the video in due time. All right. I don't know if I can pull up the video. Oh, I did find the video. Preston, this is for you. All right. Hold on for a second. This is for you, Preston.
And that's you.
All right. This is for you, Preston. Let me see if I can pull this video. He says, without punani, without pussy, men don't want success, and that's why Pookie is viewed as a winner. Like, you can get women without being successful. Like, again, that is the nigga strategy. All right, but I did find the video. I think it's somewhat like what you were talking about. Here we go, right here. This is what oh my God. Look at your boy right here. So you already know this should be crazy right here. Look at your boy. I mean, he got gold teeth, gold chain, fly, chicken and biscuit eating. Let's see what he has to say here.
Bro, if it weren't for females, I wouldn't even want to be here, bro. That's the only thing that wake me up and get me motivated in the day. Some of them hoes, boy. I get on TikTok, I be scrolling out, boy, some fine ass hoe, boy. When I get up and go to work, get with it for some of them hoes, boy. So I give me some money so I can take care of them hoes. When I go to the gym, if I can look good, feel good, so I can attract some of them hoes. When I wake up and drink some water, get what? I'm trying to hydrate myself so I can have energy to talk to some of them hoes, boy.
What?
I love them hoes, boy.
All right, that's New Orleans or Baton Rouge for sure. That's New Orleans or Baton Rouge, as we call it here on the show. All right, but Lordy, have mercy.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, I mean, take a look at his living surroundings. You can kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, that's starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, that's your whole life right there. That's why you go to work. That's why you go to school.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, but anyway, you know, it is what it is. You can ask Giz. I stole your girl while you was in prison, jail for MC assault. All right, but it is what it is, man. Listen, all right, pussy make the world go round. Pussy make the world go round. It does. And it pisses men off, that pussy. I mean, they want to deny it. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let me tell you something. You see all these nice, ecclesiastically clean neighborhoods, manicure lawns, and nice schools and shit, and painted houses and cookie cutter houses and shit like this, and landscaping. Okay. That's because of pussy. That's the only reason why that's like that. And the pussy that they're doing that for is the primest pussy in the United States. Like, you don't see a lot of ugly, sawed off, chunky women in these neighborhoods. If they are, they were married into it. Like, they didn't start off that way. They ended that way. All right. All of that, we call a facade. It's a facade, but we call it a facade. All of that facade that you see in nice neighborhoods and shit, pussy. All right, that's why that's there. All right, to protect and engage and ensnare punani and breeding. That's why that's there. All right, not real estate values. Okay, you can believe that if you want. All right, that's the second reason why. All right, anyway. Real estate values where prime punani lives. Pussy make the world go round. And nothing pisses off a red pillar than saying that. But anyway, red pill dudes get pissed off when you say that. Pussy don't mean that much. Meanwhile, you're a red pillar because of pussy. Like, if pussy didn't exist, you wouldn't have took the red pill. But that's neither here nor there. You would took nan red pill if it wasn't for punani. Like, the reason why you make red pill videos is pussy. Like, that's why. Because take pussy out of the red pill, there's no red pill. All right. Yeah. All right. It is what it is, niggas. You would be running around here goofy as a motherfucker. All right. If you didn't have if you didn't take the red pill because of Punani. But that's neither here nor there. Pussy's a powerful thing, man. And it's funny, man. A lot of girls, man, they don't even know they got the power of the pussy until they got it. All right. They'll look at you like, who the fuck are you? And you literally the king of the world. And they'll be like, well, I'll think about it. What makes you special? All because they got a clam in between their legs. A clam that they didn't do nothing about. They didn't even do nothing about it. They was just born there. It was a stinky clam at some particular point until they realized I'll spray some perfume on it and I'll clean it up. All right, I'll clean my clam and then I'll put it up on the pedestal by myself. I'm a 10. All right, but anyway, it's amazing. They didn't really realize what they had until somebody wanted to penetrate it and shit. I want to do whatever it takes. I want to be inside of that clam. All right. And then guess what? Niggas start doing crazy shit. Tap dancing, gesture maxing, killing other people. All right. Robbing banks, promising them women shit because of that clam right there between their legs. He'll do never anything he can for that clam. All right. Anyway, what are we doing here? All right, you guys got to find something else to live for. I like to have things, you know what I mean? I'm a things person. But anyway, Dr. L, we're going to call you Dr. Dub. He says, it's been a while watching replays because I'm locked in for school. Just want to say, keep it up. Hashtag boss up 2026. It's free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to you, man. Hashtag the shield. Hashtag the shield. All right, we got here? We got some other brothers here on December 13th. It's the day before Valentine's Day. Time to break up with your biche. Shout out to Larry C. says, hey, coach, I wanted to share a dad joke with the coach gang about communism, but I figured it might not be funny unless everybody gets it. Anyway, sending my love to Ling Arthur, the coach gang, locals in the Money Mindset crew, and the Shield. Take me out with the Goonies. Shout out to you. We got the Goonies in here. Well, I can't say where I got the clip from because then they'll be trying to get me for some money. But he wants to be taken out with the, I don't even know where it is. There it is. Shout out to Black Man in the Suburbs. Please accept this humble donation for the great CGA. Apologies. It's been a while. Life is brutal. Life is brutal. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to everybody in the dirty South. Shout out to you, man. And I understand life is not easy for anybody. TWP, I was listening to an ecclesiastical podcast and the topic of it, if your wife cuts her hair without telling you, is it fair or foul? Basically, it came down to a whole lot of shuffling and it took 3 out of 4 wives to say she was foul. These men are multimillionaires and still have to simp. I'm going to tell you, man, most of the time, you guys don't realize when you simp, you make it even easy for women that want to defend you to just be like, we can't even defend you, goofy ass niggas. Like, damn. Now, when I say shit, I know you don't like everything that I say, and you should not agree with everything a person says. I know you guys like me, and you're like, great, CGA's the great. And I know when you support me, it's not that you're supporting everything that I say. Everybody knows that. We shouldn't have to explain that. Nobody believes everything a person believes. But some people closely match other people. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. When I say shit, I stand on that shit. And I really make a statement about what I feel. It's very rare that I hem and haw. I'm going to pick a side or not. Now, when I say shit like this, if a wife cuts your hair without notifying you beforehand, that is a violation of your marital protocol. It's a violation of your marital protocol. Even some wives know this. All right. That's like if I went in there and shaved my beard or something like that, or, you know, I got some gauges in my ear, or I got a tattoo on my damn shoulder and I didn't talk to my wife about it. You got to say, what the fuck's going on here? Like, how far are we going to go? How far are you going to take it? And that's just testing the lines. A woman that cuts her hair is an act of rebellion against you, especially if you prefer longer hair. Now, you can believe it, and these motherfucking hoes can run around here talking about what, I'll just stay independent. Stay your ass independent. I don't want no independent bitches in my life that I'm supporting. All right. I don't support independent bitches. All right. I'll rent you out, but independent bitches can go kick goddamn rocks. All right. I don't support independent bitches. All right, independent women be like, support me, do whatever you need, be a man, but I'm independent. Bitch, if you want to do what you want to do, you're going to be by your motherfucking self, and I'll rent your ass by the hour or the day or the moment or whatever it is. Go be by your motherfucking self if you want to do whatever the hell you want. But if you're in a relationship with me, don't turn your phone upside down in my motherfucking house. Now, if you want to keep your phone upside down in the nigga house, do not deal with a nigga like me. It's simple. I ain't going to miss you, bitch. All right, I could use you, but I ain't gonna miss you. Go find another one. All right, Mrs. I'll go find another nigga. Same thing, bitch. You want to be independent and cut your hair or do something drastic to your appearance and you're in a damn marriage with me, you out your motherfucking mind. All right, do not tongue pierce your motherfucking tongue without my goddamn permission. All right, and yeah, if you don't want it to be like that, go be by your motherfucking self. Go pay your own rent. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. These bitches be like, well, I'll just be by myself and you'll be alone. Okay, don't threaten me with a good goddamn time. You doing me a favor, all right, with your goofy rebellious ass. You doing me a favor. Like, I ain't trying to beg your goofy ass to be here paying your bills. You acting like I'm begging you to pay your goddamn bills. All right, I'm not paying you to be here. Bitch, I'm paying you to cooperate. Get your funky cock ass out of here if your goofy ass want to be independent. Go kick goddamn rocks. I don't need you, bitch. You're replaceable in this motherfucker. And if you think you ain't, well, cut your fucking hair and I like long hair. Dye your hair black and I like blonde. You're going to get kicked right to the goddamn curb. And every goddamn wife should understand that. All right. If you're a wife and you're living under any support of a man, 50-50, 100%, whatever the fuck it is, and you think you own your motherfucking body, you out of your goddamn cotton picking mind. I mean, you out of your mind. You don't own that, but that's my motherfucking body. Okay. That's mine and yours. We share, nigga. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. What the fuck? All right, that's why these motherfucking hoes out here running around here looking stupid, living in a 2-bedroom apartment with popcorn ceiling and shit, talking shit about they independent. You ain't independent, bitch. You pay rent in an apartment complex. I don't want to hear shit. You doing the bare minimum of winning in life. I'm independent. I'm free. In an apartment? No, you're not. You're in a cage. You live in an apartment with an assigned parking space with 2 guest parking. If you have, look, let me tell you how independent you're not. Let me tell you how independent you're not. You live in an apartment complex that you probably are not on the credit report. Let's say you're on their credit report. I'm not even going to demean your goofy ass. Let's say you're in an apartment complex. You know, in every one of your apartment complexes, you renter motherfuckers. You know what happens when you have a guest more than 5 days? The leasing office is going to come down and knock on your goofy ass door and say, well, why do you have a guest overnight for 5, 6, 7, 10 consecutive days? You know that's going to happen. Some apartment lease complexes might let that slide, but eventually they're going to come down and say, I see you got some nigga over here. He ain't on the lease. He need to come down to the leasing office with his social security number and his driver's license, and they need to go ahead and put him on the lease. That's how not free your motherfucking ass is when you live in an apartment. You ain't independent. You ain't independent. You can't even let a nigga sleep over your house for 5 days without the leasing office coming down to the goddamn apartment. Shut the fuck up. Pookie got to be on the lease with his 500 credit ass, or he gonna kick the fuck out. And now you gotta sneak this nigga in like you harboring a fugitive. Sneak in through the back door, sneak in through the patio, ass nigga. Park around the corner outside the gate and walk around. All right, talking about they independent. And you live in an apartment complex. You are literally a peon. You live in a goddamn box. That's what you live in. The next box you're gonna live in is a goddamn casket. All right, that's where you're gonna live in because you ain't getting past that box. The best you're gonna do is a 1-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhouse and brag about it in the other side of East Point, Atlanta. Right? This shit is absolutely pathetic, man. People out here talking about they independent and you a cotton picking slave. All right, but don't get me started. I was just saying something. I was just reacting on. I was just reacting. I can't stand when these harlots tell me they're independent. You ain't shit out here. You're a peon. You ain't doing shit out here but the bare minimum of a man. As a matter of fact, your independence is the bare minimum of man can do. As a matter of fact, if you took what you are as you say you're independent and you put that independent label on a guy, you put whatever that is. I got my own apartment. I pay my own bills. I pay my own car note. Nigga, that's the bare minimum of a man. Look at a man, that is the lowest form of a man. There's actually lower form of men, but that is the lowest bare minimum bar area for a man. I got my own apartment. I pay my own bills and car note. That wouldn't even register on the Richter scale of man. That would be literally like, nice job, nigga. You're well on your way. Keep going. All right. One day you'll be CGA. All right. That's what that is. All right. But you're telling me what the bare minimum of your of men is, and you're trying to measure that up to claim you're independent. Welcome to adulthood, you goofy broad. You're a peon. You're a peasant. You ain't no queen anyway. Independent. All right. Anyway, these motherfuckers think, man. My wife knew not to cut her goddamn hair. All right. She knew that. All right. Because she knew I like long hair. All right. I'd be like, you cut your hair, it's over. Right off the, do not come in here with a bob, a Karen cut, or whatever, a MC light. Do not come in here with a hair above your shoulders. You're getting divorced on the spot. On the spot. That would be automatic disqualification, as they used to say in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. You getting automatically divorced. You better hope your hair grow back fast, but I'm not going out with you with that Nicole Simpson shit on your head. All right, you better get a goddamn weave or an extension. You don't control me. I do control my marriage. You're out of here. You're fired. Anyway, we got other contributors to today's show, but let's get into the funny section of today's show. In the warm-up section, it is Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Hit the music.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. What do we got next on Straggle? Okay, we got the Oish show. He's been around for a long time. I think he was a back in the day. The Oish, I think that's his name. I can never pronounce his name. I haven't seen him in many years. Good to see him back on social media. I know he's probably been always on social media. I just haven't seen his shit for a long time. And this guy says, POV, if you could see the future. If you can see the future. Let's play the video. All right. Music out here. If you can see the future, okay, we got it. Okay, we got a nice little, okay, she's stragglicious. All right, she look a little bit older for her age. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Body all T, as they say. All right, he getting them numbers. All right, here we go right there. He got the number. Oh, no. If you can see the future. Not the slap on the face. I'm not going to cry. Not the bleach on the clothes and on fire. Not the bleaching of the clothes. Oh, no. Yep. What happened? Okay, yeah, she like, hey. Yep, ass is fat, but it ain't worth it, gentlemen. See, I was talking about this the other day, and some ecclesiastical pookie came in here. Just kick her out, right? But goofy solutions, Neanderthal solutions. Just kick her out. Okay, but listen, what we have to understand is, yeah, kick her out sounds good. You still gonna go through the bullshit. All right. So when I look at relationships, that's what I look at. I look at, yeah, she good looking. She fine. She got the body, yaddy, yaddy. She out there with her motherfucking corset tucking in. Everything's nice and tight. But renting only. They're only for recreational use only, for fun. I know she seems all sweet, and she telling you sweet nothings in your ear, and the booty popping, and all of that. I know it sounds great, and it's too good to be. It's hard to believe that somebody leaving that on the table. But they're single for a reason. I'm single for a reason. I'm toxic as hell. I'm hard to deal with, ladies. I mean, I know y'all think, man, coach, you make a good boyfriend or husband. I'm hard to deal with. I'm hard to please. I think bitches be doing the bare minimum. I think hoes be lying. All right, so I don't believe a bitch. I don't trust a bitch as far as I can throw a hoe. All right, so you're never going to get trust and relaxation from me. I'm going to be on your motherfucking neck. All right, where you doing? And why you doing that? Bitch, where you going? Okay, you're going to be like, well, is there a day where you're going to actually trust me? No, bitch. Nope. No, you're going to always have to check in. Check in. I'm always checking my trap. All right, so I always look at it as I'm hard to please. All right, even my ex-wife was like, you're too hard to please. It is what it is, bitch. Don't come in here. I'm hard to please for a hoe that's going to do bare minimum and think she going to ride that shit out forever. All right, no. I'm hard to believe. I'm hard to please. But here's this right here. When I look at relationships, most of these women are single because, well, they set what we call it is they promise more and they underdeliver. Okay. They promise more. They overpromise and underdeliver. So they'll tell you how great they are and how great they are and how much they know a man and how much they know their way to a man's heart and how everybody misused them and mistreated them. And then you find out she was a whore at the end of the day, but that's neither here nor there. And she gave men reasons to run. She gave men reasons to run. So there she is right there. And so what you do is you think you're going to get, oh, I found something great. Yeah, she got a criminal record for sure. You know, she definitely got 18 moving violations. She definitely got a burglary. She probably got a prostitution charge too. She was a stripper. All right, come on, man. Bitches like dressed like this are strippers. All right. But you think you're getting something good here. Oh, I'm getting something good that nobody else found. I found the diamond in the rough. Man, is she over 26? She's a rough as a motherfucker. She's no diamond. All right, she done been thrown around, tossed around, jostled around, picked the wrong niggas. Look, you're getting nothing special. So he's saying right here, if you can see the future, yeah, once that love wears off, here's her toxic bullshit. Yeah, that toxic bullshit gonna come. Now you arguing, get out, kick her out. Yeah, she definitely smokes weed, and she knows a couple of weed plugs too. All right, and so there it is. You're gonna see why. You're gonna see why she's single. Just give it some time. You stick around long enough, you'll see exactly why she's single, and it's best to just walk away. I know she got a cute face, and I like the way she combs her hair. All right, Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a woman as a man at the gym. I'm gonna try to get this story straight, but this is an interesting story here on Straggle Sniggle Theater. So we have this woman, and I'm gonna let her tell her story. It's a long unwind. But she says, woman reduces a man to just a gym buddy and gets mad when he treats her as such. So this is what she did. She wanted to friend zone a nigga. But then when the guy didn't treat her like he was pursuing her, she got mad at the gym. Now, wait till you hear this goof ass story and look at this puckered ass face. Okay, let me stop YouTube. Here we go right here.
Just walked out on a man in the middle of our workout at the gym because he tried to play in my face. Now, to give you a little backstory, this man has been following me. I met him once a while ago. He's been following me. I made a post about needing to get back in the gym and how I'm being inconsistent. He was like, I can help you. I took him up on the offer. He's cool. I was like, okay, cool. Let's just be gym buddies. That's it. Like, I need somebody to hold me accountable, and that's fine.
All right, so anybody can follow this story. White people, I'll help you out. I'll help you out because this is, well, I can't say it on YouTube. On locals, this is NB shit. So what she did was she got a guy that was interested in her. She knew he was interested, but he was in the gym or a fitness trainer or in the gym. And she figured, okay, yeah, well, we can associate with each other, but you only help me with my gym stuff. I'm not interested in a relationship with you and any of that. You can hold me accountable. Basically, you can do free work. All right, you're going to do free work. She knows he's interested. So she's leveraging his interest to get free attention, right? Free validation, free attention, free monitoring of your fitness, free validation in the gym, free nutrition. So she's going to get a lot of work from him, but she's already telling him friend zone. All right. So that's what she's establishing here. Now it gets stranger from here. Let's play the video.
So we did go work out. Everything was cool. The first time we worked out, it was good. I was like, hey, you want to do this again? Like, it was cool. Now, after the workout session, he did express romantic interest. Do I know that men are attracted to me? Yes. I'm not stupid doodle dumb. But does that mean I'm about to be with you, date you? No, we're just doing the gym thing.
All right. You see where she's establishing it. He did express interest after the fact. Now, women will do this. They will go hang around with dudes and then say they're friends and I'm just getting to know them. They're giving me a tour guide. They're giving me gym advice. He's just a guy at the gym. You don't have to worry about it. But then when the guy expresses interest, they'll be surprised. Oh, well, he did end up saying he liked me. Duh. And even she says, I know that. But she's still willing to use the person and be around them and go out on dates and go get tour guides with them and go to restaurants. And, oh, that's my male friend. So she's using them. That's why I tell you, man, these male friends, they're always suspect. They're either former lovers or men that want to be lovers. There's no such thing as a male friend or a male best friend. Let's continue. There's no such thing as a male friend or a male best friend. Let's continue.
I very much keep men at an arm's length and a distance at all time. But he was like, you know, if you ever want to go on a date, I am feeling you. I was like, I know you were attracted to me because, again, I'm not stupid. But I'm like, let's do the gym thing. I think this is good. I'm not really looking at, date right now. We're just going to be gym buddies. So we're in the gym today, right? We're doing our workout. Everything's going well. And then there was this woman that approached him. So I don't say nothing. I just kind of looked at her. Now, she did look my way and she was like, hey, I saw you. And I was like, oh, my God, that's my dad. Turns out the woman is his daughter. Now, we had just talked about the daughter. I think the first time we worked out, we talked about the daughter. So I'm familiar with her. She's not familiar with me, right? So they're having about a 3-minute conversation. They chopping it up, as they should. But at no point during this conversation did he even look over to me or did he even say, oh, hey, that's my friend Sheila. We're working out. Simple. We're gym buddies. All you could have did was introduce me. But you didn't. So she walks away and he kind of seems like we're about to continue this workout. To which I got off the machine and I was like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable with that. I felt very unseen. Like, we're platonic friends and you could have just introduced me. Now, you did express romantic interest. And with you having romantic interest, you should have for sure introduced me. Which lets me know, like, are you hiding something? You ashamed of me? Because I'm that girl. What you got to be ashamed of? What you hiding me for? I can't be hidden. I show up too big. I thought about interjecting myself, but why would I do that? This is your daughter. You two were having a conversation. You could have just simply turned to me and said, hey, this is Sheila. This is so-and-so. So it lets me know you're not ready for me.
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
What the fuck happened here, bro? What in the world is this shit, bro? I'm telling you, this is BWs in a nutshell. This is why y'all niggas want to come up here and always defend BWs. I know white and Latina and Asian women do goofy shit. They do goofy shit to me all the time. But them NBs be doing some wild shit. Man, what the hell are you talking about, bro?
What the hell? Oh my God. No way.
You felt unseen? You're nobody. You literally clearly established that you were not a girlfriend. You didn't want romantic interest. He was like, all right, cool. Let's be gym buddies. But then you think you're supposed to be introduced to his daughter? Like, what? That is unbelievable. That is an unbelievable main character syndrome if I've ever seen one. Wow. Ladies, if you agree with this funky ass woman, I felt unseen. I show up big. I bet you do. I show up big. He should have introduced me to his daughter. Ma'am, you just a gym buddy. And you're not even romantically interested. But he was romantically interested, so he should have introduced me. Woo! Woo! Bro, man, I tell you, I keep saying this. There's a reason why people are single. It's not because they can't find mates. It's because they're psychotic. All right? These people are crazy. And they think because they can function normally that they're not crazy. Crazy people don't know they're crazy. I mean, I know I'm crazy, so I'm not crazy. But crazy people don't know they're crazy. And they think they're normal and they function as normal, but they crazy. Like, what are you talking about? I felt unseen. He had a romantic interest in me, so he should have introduced me to his daughter. She got all pissy on the gym equipment after establishing she did not want a relationship. Okay, I'll be a gym buddy with you. Okay, you got to be more than that.
If we were to date, you're not the type of man that I need you to be. Because if you express a little romantic interest in me, there was no way that you shouldn't have introduced me to your daughter.
What? Bro. I thought he was just a male friend. You show romantic interest in me. You should introduce me to
This is exactly.
But at the same time, she just said she didn't want the romantic interest. Yikes.
You're not trying to, for whatever reasons. I don't have time to figure out why. I don't care of the reason why. I'm gone. Because you asked me to be here. You reached out to me. You were like, hey, I'm adamant about working out with you. If it was platonic, it could have been an introduction. Either way, I don't play that game. So I left. It looks like I will be going back to work out by myself. But I'm like, if you couldn't stand up and be a man and be a leader and just introduce in the friend stage, there's no future with us. And if it really were friends, if we truly were friends, you could have introduced me. So I don't know what the game is, but I'm not here to play it.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Every day, I lose faith in humanity. And this is why when you guys think I'll be tripping out here on the internet, and yes, I say I be, when you think I'm tripping on the internet, just consider that these people are on the loose. These people are on dating apps. You guys, ladies, these men go on dates with women like this. These men cold approach women like this and talk to them on the phone and text them. And then y'all wonder why people have this crazy result of their being single and they deal with toxic people. And I'm like, man, I'm not tripping out here. People are dumb, narcissistic, main character syndrome, toxic. They're single for a reason. People are idiots, dumb, deaf, and blind. Unbelievable, bruh. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, for you guys that want to have a little bit more faith in humanity restored, the women ripped her a new one in the comment section. All right, just so you know, even the women was like, bitch, is you crazy? All right, let me see here. We do have a man. The woman says, didn't she say she didn't have romantic interest in the man? Point was taken. She's a gym buddy and had no reason to introduce his child to him. Simple math. All right, let me see. We have another. I'm going to find the women in the comment section only because it seems here's a woman. Guys, when a woman turns you down, it's not always a bad thing. Facts. Dude, that is facts. I want men to understand that. Like, when this is simple, this is the best advice, better than game guys can tell you. This is what you have to understand. When a woman turns you down, it's you dodged the bullet. Like, that's not a bad thing. You got turned down and flaked on. And when she does that to you, I know it hurts. When a woman leaves you, it's not a bad thing, bro. It's a good thing. It's a blessing. It's never, it's not always a bad thing that a woman didn't give you the number. She could have had herpes. And you're like, she didn't give me her number. She could have had herpes. And she's just saving you. All right. So the women did go. Most of the people ripped her a new one in here. Girl, you stressed me out for a little minute. Yep. You stressed me out. All right. So that being right there, dude, look, don't ever think that, you getting bad results on the dating marketplace just solely reflects you. It could reflect you, but it mostly reflects the fact that you dodging fucking bullets. Anyway, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have this particular video of a man as he's addicted to older women. He's a 31-year-old man. He's addicted to women 60 to 80 years old. And he meets and smashes one as a demonstration. YouTube, chill the fuck out for a second. But we have a younger man right here. He says he loves the smell of older women. Okay, here we go right here.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
All right, desperate young men for Poon. Let's hear what he has to say here about his love and addiction for older women.
My name's Kyle. I'm 31. I live in Pittsburgh. And I'm addicted to dating older women. Much older women. Like 60, 70, 80-year-old older women. I love it.
Oh, my goodness, Jesus.
Oh, the humanity.
Man, look at them waggies. Them saggies be waggying out here, boy. Look at them arms. Let's get
everything about older women. I love the smell. I love the feel. I love the mentality. I love dentures. Women, they can be self-conscious about dentures. Ladies, I promise you, telling your man that you have dentures will not turn him off. It'll put a smile on his face. It'll put a smile on his pants. I'm on my dating website right now, and there's a lady on here named.
He's on the website, and I don't know how old this is. Look at this guy right here. Look at what he pulling up. He pulling up bitches that got widowers. All right, he pulling bitches that bury husbands up. Oh my goodness, man. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that brother's
And Karen. She absolutely has a look that I'm attracted to. She has the platinum hair. She has a great smile. She looks very pretty, very
Wow. Woo, Nana.
of interest. So I'm going to send her an email. There's a lot of terms for sexy older women. There's MILF, saber-toothed tiger. I've also heard cougar. My favorite term, I would probably say it would be silver fox, because the silver fox relates back to the platinum hair, and that's what really turns me on. I was in 6th grade. There was a really, really sexy teacher, and she was probably about 65. She had the platinum hair, she was top-heavy, and she was just gorgeous. Sex with older women.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
I can't say I haven't. All right, but it's hard, bro. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to bang bitches that got pantyhose on. You know what I mean? The old granny pantyhose. It's hard to unsee. It's hard to unsee them bunions. It's hard to unsee that roast beef in betwixt their legs. All right. It's hard to see. And here's the sad part. They be financially struggling too, and they want to be wined and dined. All right. And you be like, wine and dine, Nana? I think not. It's hard to see the depends or when she laughs, piss come out of her vagina. Because that happens to older women. That happens to women that have children. You know, we ridicule women that have children, you know, in their bodies and shit like that. But it does wreck them. All right. But the teacher definitely put hands on his motherfucking wee-wee, his 6th grade teacher. And now forever. And look at the monkey lips he kissing on. They face be like Skeletor. But what's going on with this ass nigga right here?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that warm embrace.
To wrap you in my warm embrace.
And here's the thing. He gonna wake up in the bed in warm piss if he keep fucking around with these grannies.
Woman. The truth is, they like it. A 68-year-old woman enjoys passionate, vigorous sex just as much as a 23-year-old college cheerleader.
Karen, you made it. So good to finally meet you.
He date bitches that's about to see the Undertaker.
It's a little bit.
Wow. She probably was a nice little flapper back in the day. All right. She probably was a nice little flatback about 57 years ago.
Nerve-wracking because, well, he is so much younger than I am. I've got butterflies in my tummy. That hasn't happened in so long. Such a gent. Thank you very much.
So Karen showed up for dinner tonight. She looks sexy as hell. The long platinum hair. I mean, I thought, wow, when I saw her. It's so great to finally meet you. You looked great online, but you look incredible in person. You really do.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say that.
I clicked on you. Why did you respond? Like, how do we end up here?
I look at like all of these celebrity women that are going out with younger men, and I thought, well, you know, maybe I should try it.
Damn, she looking like the Undertaker coming tomorrow. The Crypt Keeper, Skeletor, is gonna be there right now.
Silence, you fool. Seem to be intelligent, although I'm not going to say that I necessarily decided to come out with you because of your mind.
Likewise.
It's fun to be able to feel like this again, you know, just all excited and quivering and thinking, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. So you've done a lot of traveling.
I've been around.
He gonna eat that cat.
Did you eat that cat?
He gonna eat that. He gonna munch on that soggy area in betwixt her legs. It's all soggy. You gonna eat that nasty cat, bro.
Did you eat that cat?
Oh my goodness, this is low. I mean, I thought niggas be hitting low, but goodness gracious, bro. Like, this should be a crime. This should be a crime against the man, not the woman.
Would you go with like someone like me? Because I'm old enough to be your mother, definitely. Maybe old enough to be your grandmother, depending.
Well, you're pretty enough to take home, though.
Oh, well, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Let's dance.
You want to dance?
Yes, you're right.
Oh.
They about to do the cha-cha. They about to do the goddamn swing. All right. The Charleston shuffle. The Charleston. They about to do the Charleston. Oh, my goodness.
Come this way.
Thank you.
This way.
The date with Karen was incredible. She was 100% my type.
Oh.
I had a wonderful time with Kyle. And I've had such an amazing time.
He beat the brakes off of this. Look at her hair all jostled over. Her tresses are tousled. She's sweating. All right, her eye makeup running. He beat the brakes off of Skeletor. All right, look.
Silence, you fool.
I had a wonderful time. She's still trying to catch her breath. I see fingerprints around her neck. He done beat the brakes off of this. He didn't knock the stuffing out the Egg McMuffin. Look at her. She's sweating this shit. Oh, my goodness. And body count member number 458. All right. And she's not going to get pregnant. She's not going to get pregnant.
I just don't want it to end.
Oh my.
My name's Kyle.
He took her to the bed. I bet you this nigga tells me he gets punani for free. All right. I get it for free out here. There's free punani out here. There's the free punani. There's the free through. Man almighty. I mean, I bet you she done got ran through during the Vietnam War. All right. out there during Desert Shield. Okay, speaking of age gap relationships, we have a guy that has a commentary about a particular couple. This is verse. We have, is your rent due? Part 50. All right, so rent is due part 50. Women seen with her sugar daddy. Let's look at the conversation going on in Houston, Texas.
Come on, Ben. I want to see the kiss. You better kiss that nigga. He spending all this motherfucking bread. Got the nigga pension and everything, bitch. You better pucker up, ho. You better pucker up, bitch, on the set. Oh, hell no. She trying to get out of it. She trying to get out of it, Papa. Man, you better make her kiss them lips, dog, and grab that ponytail, nigga, and walk that hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, get it.
Yeah, get
that kiss. Oh, no.
Ma'am, you want that bind fix? You gonna have to kiss.
Oh, she turned Papa down.
He said, I guess you don't need that rent paid. That's what he's telling her right now. He telling her, Mr. Michael McDonald telling her, oh, you want that rent paid? She's like, yes, daddy, I do.
Get him, daddy.
He was like, well, go ahead and put them lips on my lips. Go ahead and press them lips on mine, them bubble lips that I paid for. She like, I can't do it here in public. I guess you don't want that rent paid, do you? I guess you don't want that bind fixed, do you?
Oh, hell no.
And I'm going to tell you, man, body language tells you that if you have a woman in your clutches, but she has her hand on your chest, she is definitely trying to make separation. She's trying to keep that space. And then when he leans in, she can push back. So that's where that hand is right there. And that's a nice little Latina manufactured beach. All right. She got her fake hair, fake lips, fake BBL. All right. And she got a boyfriend at home who don't pay no rent. And he's married, by the way. He's married. So she's got that hand on his chest to create distance. So as soon as he presses in and puts pressure, she can push back. All right, but she's not really wanting to go all the way. She just wants a sugar daddy that doesn't want any sugar. All right, that's all that's happening there.
Bitch, give me my 175 back, ho. Give me my 175 back, bitch.
And grab her by the neck already. You need you better paid. You know she need that rent paid. It's going through her head right now.
Papa, you better stop playing.
Man, grab her ass by the neck and bring her in. That's how you do it, Papa.
You better stop playing, Paola.
And that's a Latina. Tell that bitch I'm gonna call ICE on you. That's what he need to do. He got some oil ranch, some oil rig in Houston. I would be like, bitch, I'll call ICE on you. All right, I'll call ICE because she a Colombian that escaped through.
Nigga, stop caressing her. That's all you can. He is kind of old, man. That's all I got, baby. That's all I got. I can caress you today.
Beard, though. Oh,
bitch, fuck that.
He running game on her. He got her.
No kissy. No kissy, Papa. Come on, Ben. I want to see the kiss. You better kiss that nigga. He spending all this motherfucking bread.
Yeah. And she knows she got to give up the punani, and that's when he got to kick it. He got to kick her out, man. He got to be done with her right there. But interesting enough, sugar daddy with no sugar. I bet you she got a couple thousand out of him. But he's like, it's time to pay the piper. It's time to pay the piper. That's what he's saying to her right now. Just so you guys know. I mean, I've never been in this position. All right. I always negotiate up front. All right. But what happened was he tried to slow pimp her and she tried to drip from his wallet. Right. And he was being generous at first. But now he like, it's time to pay the piper. And for anybody that doesn't want to know, he's married. And a lot of sugar daddies are married. This is why you don't hear men admitting they're sugar daddies, because the majority of them are married. So they can't come on the internet like CGA and be like, I'm a sugar daddy. All right. Because they're married. All right. And so he's married. That's why they're in the park. Right. That's why they're in the park. What he's trying to do is get her to the sleep and fuck motel, the Snooty Fox. All right. He's trying to get her to the Snooty and she ain't one to budge. And so he like, before I plunk down for that hour at the Snooty, all right, I want to make sure that we good, that you're going to drop that neck. And now she hemming and hawing. So he probably out about $4,000 or $5,000. But he's like, time to pay the piper. And she's like, nope. All right. And so now he going to have to drop that bitch. And now her and her boyfriend going to be poor and not paying rent the next month. It's a cycle. It happens. But that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Hey, remember when I recorded that? I recorded that in Brazil. And that was about December or January of 2024. December 2024, January 2025. When I was saying this, that's why I said during that time, I'm the only one covering this from this point of view. Remember, you heard me just say that. And at that time, December 2024, this is even before like Skylar and all, I was the only one talking about sugar daddy, sugar dating. I was the only one openly saying more all men pay, monetized dating. Like nobody was talking about it. Nobody was talking about it. I was the only one. Now look at what has happened since that day. Look at what has happened since that 1 year has gone by. Everybody talks about it now. Everybody talks about it, like openly. But at that point, I was talking about it so much, and so I was the only one putting my neck out there that people were like, Coach, man, this is going crazy. This is like people were coming, I'll never pay for it at the end of the day. Now it is commonly talked about subject in a matter of 1 year. And we can almost agree that nobody was talking about it the way I was talking about it at that point. And I'm going to bring this up because people love to remix my shit, because this is going to go to the next segment and then we'll do some super chats because that's what we normally do. I'm going to give you a chance to take a look at this because something's been going on Al Gore's internet. And I want to use this segment as the fuck you boss up segment here. And shout out to Larry Wills, because this is a follow up on the Larry Wills side. You better boss up, nigga. Larry Wills, you guys know I did a whole stream on him last week about the humiliation of Lawrence Wills. And for some reason, I think he's doing some sort of humiliation ritual where he just puts his girlfriend up there to say humiliating things about himself. He maybe, I don't know, man, maybe he's Vendom, maybe he's something going on here. All right, but there's one Lawrence Will with his Serbian flatback wife. Well, recently his wife has gone on to, there it is. They're promoting their kick. They're probably making some good money here. But apparently his wife says Myron Gaines has been in her DMs. Okay, now there's been a long going back and forth, but this is the proof that she has right here. She says Myron Gaines sent me a DM and I egged him. So let's go ahead and play this part of the video here.
Hold on.
Oh, man.
I can, but it's Myron. He says, I see trouble in the rose. And that was like the second or third time he DM'd me and sent his message because I never replied. And at that time, this was like, I don't know, a year after we got engaged, and I had our engagement picture on a profile, and he's still trying to slide in my DMs,
And you can see the hurt on Lawrence Will's face is here. That she's saying that Myron slid in the DMs. Now Myron eventually. Let me go ahead and finish the clip.
The funny one. I'm not interested. You're ugly. You talk shit about women. So what the fuck you messaging me for?
Bro really thought that he was about to cuck me. Nice try.
Yeah, he's making podcasts trying to capitalize on this situation he knows nothing about because he's bitter. He got rejected. You know, like, fuck off.
All right. So that's her thing there. And unfortunately, you know, I think a lot of women have DMs like this from a lot of people. I'm one that not sliding on women's DMs. All right. I haven't done the DM thing. Like that's one lane that I haven't got into because I think women are messy. And I have an elevated platform, meaning that it would be worth for some woman to say, I rejected CGA, right? I rejected him. Like, as opposed to her coming to me and then I work it out. But if I slide into women's DMs, it will be worth it for a woman to be like, oh, this nigga talk shit about women. Like she's just saying, he talks shit about women, but he's sliding in my DMs. So I've never done the slide into women's DMs. All right. I've never done it. Like, well, I've never done it since I've been Coach Greg Adams. It's not a good thing to do. All right. But if you're a regular nigga, you're a regular job nigga, go for it. But here's what happens, and this is why I don't do it. It's because you never know when somebody's going to rise up and be relevant and then front you out like this. And that's what's happening here. This is exactly why I don't do the DM game. All right. You got a check mark. You're known for a certain type of content. And then they get to you and then they got a message with you. They screenshot it. I'm not going to be that nigga. You know what I mean? I don't care how good the woman looks. I'm not going to be him on social media. This is why one of the reasons why I haven't been exposed, why everybody else has been exposed to be a fraud and I haven't. All right. Because I'm not reckless with my shit. I'm not reckless. So I'm not waiting for some broad to become relevant or try to become relevant for her to be like, oh, this woman hater hit me in the DMs and offered to fly me out. No. Now I'll do that with some sugar babies, but they got a reason to hide it. A bitch on the DM, they ain't got no reason to hide it. So she's trying to front out Myron Gaines. Just to make a long story short, Myron denied it initially and said he's been banned on Instagram so many times that it could be an imposter account. But then the receipts came out that it was a person with that particular profile with a check mark. So it definitely was him. And then he basically came back and said, okay, if it was me, like OJ Simpson. All right. If it was me, it's OJ Simpson. All right. Like OJ Simpson. So Myron came back. He eventually said it wasn't me. I haven't been on Instagram. I've been banned for 3 years. How could it be me? But then it was like, oh, this is you and your check mark. He's like, it was an imposter account. Somebody hacked my account type shit. So then he came back shuffling saying, oh, well, if it was me, then he should have some issues with this girl. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and go back to it because Myron did jump on the podcast, which I think looks like his show, and responded to it. All right. So he responded to it right quick. And this is a follow-up of the Lawrence Wills right here. And there's Myron right there, Mr. Sandniggy himself. Myron came back to respond after going to that maggot convention that he was at. All right. And this is what he had to say. This is what Myron had to say about this particular situation. He's offering advice to Lawrence Will. All right. So here we go right here.
Okay. You got to get out of there. You got to find some way. Right. Look, I'm just going to say what he should do. He could take this advice or not. I mean, with every family lawyer in your area, all the best ones, do a consult with all of them. Okay. Then figure out, based on the laws in your area, I'm assuming he's probably out on the West Coast somewhere, California. Figure out if you were to divorce her, how much money you would lose. Then figure out how you would go about getting a post-nuptial agreement where you could preserve the majority of your assets. I'll be honest, everything that you made while you were with her is probably going to go down 50-50. But who knows? Every jurisdiction is different. Family laws vary depending on where you are. And I would do a consult with every single top family lawyer in the area, at least for the purpose of conflict of interest, so she can't hire them later. And I would seriously start preparing for the worst. I'm not saying the worst is going to happen, but if it does, you need to be prepared.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What the hell? Oh my God. got no way.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Straight jacket. Really quickly here, flashback. Flashback to 2 days ago. To all of us, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a fiance or wife, this stuff happens to all of us. And too much, they lean on shame or to get blue-eyed Natasha. That just gives her time. You got her sleeping. You need to do it. I want you to take this advice. Heed this advice right here, because a lot of you guys are in a situation where you see your marriage slipping away, and you're bucking up and cucking up, and you're not going to do what you need to do to win in your divorce. This is why men get fucking filleted in divorce. Number one, you need to be proactive, not reactive. Number one, be proactive, not reactive. This is why women file 80% of the divorces, because we are reactive. We're hoping we can work it out. We don't think she's going to do that to us. Okay, this is why women file, not because of just the money, it's because we're trying to work it out. We don't want to knock her on her ass. I'm looking, you're at war. This is a lawsuit. Give me a second. You're not going to, you're trying to get an event to his ex-wife. She was suing his a consultation. Here it is with every attorney in your motherfucking county and the next one over. Listen, pages, the internet. Listen, go have a consultation with every attorney in your motherfucking county and the next one over. Remix. Let's take you to the remix. Let's take you to the remix. See, this the type of shit that I be saying that I'm like, why do niggas do this? Like, why do niggas do this? I don't understand why niggas do this. I don't understand this shit for the life of me. They do this shit and act like they made this shit up themselves. Let me tell you from my experience what I would do. I mean,
way, right? Look, I'm just going to say what he should do. He could take this advice or not. I mean, with every family lawyer in your area, all the best ones, do a consult with all of them. Okay? Then figure out, based on the laws in your area, I'm assuming he's probably out on the West Coast somewhere, California. Figure out if you were to divorce her, how much money you would lose. Then figure out how you would go about getting a postnuptial agreement where you could preserve the majority of your assets. I'll be honest, everything that you made while you were with her, it's probably going to go down 50-50, but who knows? Every jurisdiction is different. Family laws vary depending on where you are. And I would do a consult with every single top family lawyer in the area, at least for the purpose of conflict of interest, so she can't hire them later.
I'm just saying, man, and this ain't the only time. This ain't the only one. It's all of them. Trust me, it's all of them. And somebody said, I'm an icon. I am one of the biggest icons that ever exists on this platform. Meaning that people be just looking at me, watching me, and be like, let's see what this nigga say, and we gonna take that shit verbatim, word for word, remix the shit up. It's crazy. It's like, yikes, bruh. I don't even know what to say.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
The biggest.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
Come on, man.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
I'm the biggest icon on YouTube.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
All right, come on. You can't deny it. Straight jacket. Nobody can deny it at this point.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
You cannot deny it.
The biggest icon in wrestling.
It's undeniable. I've made the biggest impact in the male space of above anybody else.
The
They all watch me. They all watch me. He said, isn't it good that he learns from you? You guys are a fucking idiot. Okay, look, bruh. Why they never say my name, though?
Biggest icon in wrestling.
He didn't learn from me. He offered that advice like he was an expert.
Biggest icon in wrestling.
He offered that advice like he was an expert. Let me tell you what I would do. That's not learning from me, nigga. Learning from me was like, you know what the great CGA says? Because that's where he got it from. And that wasn't the first time I said that, by the way, just to let you know.
Biggest icon in wrestling.
But come on, man. I just get absolutely just tired. It's tiresome because nobody steals from these niggas. Nobody steals from Myron. Nobody steals from MTR. Nobody steals from these people. They don't come up with original thoughts. All right. They all steal from everybody else. I come up with original thoughts. I mean, original shit, credited in dictionaries. I'm in the dictionary. I'm in the Urban Dictionary. I'm on the internet, Hall of Fame. Google men are in love, women are in business, and see who they give credit to. Me.
Biggest icon in wrestling.
Yeah, stealing isn't learning. All right. Let me give you advice. I'm going to tell him to his audience of what, 50,000 people? He couldn't have said my name. No.
Biggest icon in
That's
wrestling.
not learning. That's stealing. That's theft. I mean, it's an idea. I can't copyright it, but come on. All right.
Biggest icon in wrestling.
The remixes. Team. It's not meat. Protect your team. Guys, some dude said protect your team. That don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. It doesn't. Protect your meat makes sense. Protect your meat. Protect your team. How does that even make sense, nigga? Like, I don't know who I got that from. I got it. I made it up. Great minds think alike. Doesn't even make sense. People say this shit and just repeat it and remix it, and it doesn't even make sense. You don't even look convincing giving the advice. What the fuck? Oh, man. It is just tiresome. Tiresome. And dude, I'm telling you, man, it's like, what the fuck? What in the fuck, man? All right. Not even 2 days later, verbatim. Come on, brothers. Come on, brothers. We got to do better. Men, you got to do better. You better boss up, man. You got to do better, man. You got to do better. It's just, this is burdensome. It's hard to carry this load on my shoulder. Pause. It's hard to carry the load. And then when I unload the shit, y'all just pick at it and then just run with it. It's hard. It's hard to do all this creative thinking. Shout out to the people who came before me. Pause. But Tommy Sotomayor, all of these people were before me. They shaped and molded the men's space. Tommy Sotomayor by himself and motivated all men to pick up a microphone and do this. So let's just give credit where credit was due. There were people before me, but being that there were people before me, I still had to come up with innovative and creative thoughts that nobody came up with. Or if I did come up with a thought and it was a shared thought, I gave it credit. But it's hard. It's hard to really be coming up here and coming up and doing the research. Like all that research I did for de-evolution was from live streams that I took from 2018 to 2019 when it was not conventional wisdom. But now everybody knows all these stats and datas and they just run with it. Oh, this the stat, this the data. Now that I done set up here and done all the research, I used to pull up, who remembers me? Press 1 in the chat. When I used to do live streams talking about divorce rates, people would be in the chats saying, where's your sources? Where's your sites? Where do you get in your statistics? Press 1 in the chat if you can remember that. And I used to have to go look it up. I used to have to prepare my live streams with the data and the statistics of women filing for divorces, 70%, 80%. When I was saying it was unbelievable. People didn't believe it when I was saying that women file for divorces 70% of the time. No one even believed it. I would have to pull it up live and like, look at this. And this is where this data came from. I would literally have to pull it up and prepare the stream and show you. That's why I became a thorough live streamer. Where you getting your statistics? Where you get people, I would have to prove it live. Now, that was 2018 and 2019. By the time we get to 2020 and COVID in 2021, Pearl, Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, they're just paraphrasing. They're just using all the data now. They're just running with it and then getting the credit for pulling it up. And I'm like, and I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, it's again, people think I'm lying, but that's a proof right there. That's proof again of how fast it takes for people to take something that only I can tell you and then take credit for it. Not that like just that quickly, just that fast. Just that fast. I just said it on Wednesday. Now on Friday, he's an expert. You know what I would do? I would go to county and meet with attorney. Who have you heard that from? The lead attorney definitely didn't tell you that. He wouldn't have told you that. James Sexton didn't tell you that. He wouldn't have told you that. Jonathan C. Nobles didn't tell you that. Nobody told you that but CGA. That was the first place you heard that from. Without question. Without question. Y'all can't say I'm tripping. And then you go run with it like you're an expert. You know what I would do? This is what I would tell them to do. But it's hard to be me sometimes because I see people getting credit. I see people getting shine and I see people doing this and getting numbers. And then does it bother me? Yeah, it bothers me. I can't say it wouldn't bother. It would bother you. Wouldn't it bother you if you was doing all the work and motherfuckers was just running with your work and then turning it in? That would bother you. This ain't a group project. This should be an individual project. It would bother you if you were doing the work and all the group shit and somebody jumped up there and took all the credit. It would bother you. And I try not to let it bother you, but okay, we got a Myron jock sniffer. Okay, I'm not dealing with you. You don't have that was Myron's gay lover. Myron's gay lover is in the chat. So I got to get Myron's gay lover out of here. But it would bother you if that's the case. And it just happens way too much. I do a segment on the show. These niggas already do the video. By the time I jump off the live stream, they done recorded the video and edited it and then put it out and all of that. So to Myron's gay lover, how does his ass taste? Pause. Because I know you would know. All right. Because they all some maggots around here. The way they conduct business is shitty. These people in that so-called man space, I don't trust not any of them. Any of them. They're all shitty people. And I know it. All right, but yeah, I'll do a segment on Straggle Sniggle Theater. Somebody will cut a fucking video, and by the time I'm cutting off my live stream, them niggas done posted the video with the thumbnail. All right. Like, what the fuck? All right, MTR used to do that shit all the time. I'll be like, nigga, now somebody will be like, well, no, somebody gave them that piece of information and all that, whatever. It's like, what the fuck? All right, anyway, this is why I got a chip on my shoulder. This is why I got to big up myself. People are like, why you always bigging up myself? Because I got to. Because if I don't, and I let y'all niggas do it, y'all never will do it. Y'all never will big up me. All right, I got to big up my motherfucking self around here because the shit is just sad, man. This shit is beyond sad at this point. What I got to do, die? Right? For y'all niggas to give me credit? Oh, my goodness. If I die, niggas ain't going to give me no credit at that point. All right, but anyway, it's absolutely pathetic. He said, put some watermarks on my videos. Nigga, what would that help? They're not even showing my videos. They don't show the videos. They don't show me. They don't show any of the videos I use. So anyway, it's pathetic. But I had to share that shit because it's beyond at this point. Somebody, and by the way, I didn't watch his show to get that clip. Somebody shared that with me on Locals. And it was like, look at this shit. And I was like, damn. I was like, I literally just said that. All right, anyway. Shout out to our brother, No Government Name. Tomorrow is the PUA's and the Mitchosphere, the gay manosphere's favorite day, Valentine's Day. They all going to meet up in tight suits with only males, with a few women nearby to only call them names, then kick them out, all while getting mad that CGA is tricking with aftercare and winning despite being demonetized. Hashtag the shield. Shout out to you. All right. Shout out to our brother Gary says, I know 6'8" the Great gets love from the ladies, but this 6'8" Dominican chick says she loves Short King, but get no love for her height. Are tall, super tall chicks unnoticed. All right, and you share a video here. Let me tell you about super tall chicks. I've dated super tall chicks. They're awkward. All right. They're very awkward people to be with. So you got some 6'8" woman. It doesn't work as well on women that it does on men. And she's so damn naked on here that I can't even show her. All right, she's almost naked, so I definitely can't. I definitely can't show her. Plus, her areolas are showing through the shirt. Guys, height for women doesn't work the same as it does for men. So yes, any tall women that I've dated or been around, I've been around a lot of tall women because I coached women's college sports. They're all awkward and goofy, and a lot of them breath stink. They're kind of awkward and goofy. They walk like deer. You know, they knees all knobby. They're uncoordinated. It ain't the same as a tall guy. It's not the same. Not to say that you won't climb a motherfucker. I would climb her and throw them big, tall ass legs over my shoulder. And they pussies ain't as deep as a regular. You would think they have deep pussies, right? But they got tight, little, not as deep pussies. All right, but they nice bangs, but it ain't the same. It's not the same at all. All right, but anyway. I've been finding that when I've been with a very tall woman over 6 feet, 6'1", they don't take a lot of dick. Like they be oochie ouchie more than the short women do. Short women be taking it and you be running right down to their esophagus and they just be looking at you like blink, 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 blink. Tall women be like, all right, shout out to our brother, no government name. New nickname for Coach Laney is Greg Ketchum, the best JUCO master that ever was. Midgets hate women so much they want to be women, which we've already determined. These men literally would trade places with women. This is how bad they hate women. All right, y'all would literally trade places with women. Shout out to our brother says you missed my first Ko-Fi chat from yesterday. He says also Kevin Spacey and Woody Allen are free as a kite, but Robert Kelly and Diddy are locked up. He says, call it complexion for the protection. Shout out to you on that one. And I'm in a rhythm, so I don't know what you said in the first one. Okay, we got our brother, no government name. Did you hear how Japan isn't letting Africans come into their country and isn't renewing their visas for Africans currently there? It's great seeing Japan learn from Europe and know that the problem is niggerism. What say you? Shout out to Japan. Good idea, man. Japan's a nice place to go. Last thing they need is niggas to be in there. All right. Even me. Last thing they need for niggas, because niggas fuck shit up. I'm going to tell you, man. Niggas have an interesting mind of how the world should work. All right. Just look at the places they come from. None of those places tend to have stable governments. They all have some sort of nigga that take over with a beret. Black people are socialists, communists deep down inside, and hustlers and scammers. Like there's the number one scammers in the world are probably Indians, next Chinese people, and then next niggas. All right. They like to scam and free their way and dance and they way to free shit. But nah, bro, I wouldn't let niggas come into my neighborhood either. If I had a country, I wouldn't let niggas come in there. All right. I wouldn't let Africans come in, but we're smart and innovative. Stay over there where you at. All right. We got internet. Don't come in here. All right. But every one of them damn countries that Africans come from, they always got some leader nigga dressed like a military nigga with a beret, and niggas be down there with their gun looking like motherfucking Gomer Pyle. All right. With one bullet in their shirt like Barney Fife. All right. Like they gonna protect me. Brother Dimday, when you come here, brother CGA, we gonna protect you. Nigga, they gonna get me shot. Walking through walking through dirt and dust. All right, anyway. Shout out to them. So I'm not bringing that shit to my country. We got an established country, Japan. All right, we don't need them niggas in here. We got internet. All right. Oh, man. Anyway. And certain things about Africans, and this is a stereotype because, African and African Americans, like, again, we were talking about women, and women, feminists and pro-blacks are like on the same line item. They're on the same line item because what they call what they call making it is substandard. Like they'll be like, a woman will be like, I'm making it. I'm paying my own rent. I have my own apartment. And then when you pair that up to what pro-blacks think, they think that's making it. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with living here? What's wrong with that? You don't need all that. You don't need all that extra shit. Like it's substandard living. And I tend to believe that Africans live in substandard conditions. Like I know there's great places in Africa that are great, Mansa Musa and Mali and all that shit, whatever. All right, but they tend to live in substandard conditions and want to make everybody else live in the same substandard conditions as a way to say, well, that's the way to live. All right, you don't need all this and lights, and you don't need running water and electricity and shit like this, and you can live with this. You can just have kerosene and candles. And then they make you feel guilty for having all this excess. Brother, you don't need all of that, brother. Nigga, you came to my country. We need all that. I need all that. I need the Bentley. I need the Ferrari, nigga. I need the electricity. I need the solar panels, nigga. All right, don't be trying to, they be trying to get you in the mud hut with them niggas, all right? This should be fine. This should be fine for everybody. And then they start voting it. No, nigga. Don't let me don't, because you want to live substandard, don't mean I gotta live substandard. So that's why Japan ain't letting them in. They was like, nah, them niggas want to make you live substandard. Filipinos too. You too. See Mexicans. All right, shout out to our brother here, Guillermo. He says, Coach, what's the best way to introduce you to your content? I had a normie acquaintance who wants to jump right into monetized dating. I told him about your local stream. I don't want to send him a bunch of Mitches over there. Thank you. Tell him to buy the course. Tell him to buy the course first. All right. And then if he wants to investigate, make him invest. What people have to understand is the best way for people to get into something is to make them invest. All right, if you just give them free this, free that, point them to a video here and there. Like when people send me videos, I'll never look at them. All right, the only place I look at where people send me videos is locals. All right, you send me an email video, I'm going to block you. All right, you send me a video on Instagram through DMs, I'm not going to look at it. There's like a 99% chance I ain't going to look at it. You send me a DM, niggas be sending me videos on TikTok. I never looked, I've looked at them 0 times. Because I don't have time to hop from video platform to platform to platform to look at videos that niggas are sending me. All right. So I'd rather look at the videos I want to watch. All right. So I jumped on Instagram to watch some shit that I want to watch, not no red pill shit. But anyway, what I was saying is if you don't make people invest, they're going through something, they want to learn about something, make them invest in it. Buy the book, buy the course, go to school, nigga, pay the tuition. Because if they don't pay for it, they ain't going to apply it. All right, niggas be sending me text messages with videos, never look at them. All right, I'll go right over them. You know why? 9 times out of 10, I either said what they said in the video and they're trying to send it to me, or some bitch saying it, some white broad saying some shit that I said 15 years ago. All right, and I'm like, I don't even want to look at it. Or it's some shit that somebody stole from me that ain't giving me no credit. So I'm like, look at what this person says. This white woman agrees with you. Man, fuck that bitch. I don't care who that white woman is. There's a whole white woman grifting on these goofy ass niggas saying everything we said in 2018. I don't give a fuck about her. She agrees with you. Who gives a fuck? All right. I ain't watching her goofy ass video. I'm a hating ass nigga. All right. Niggas be sending me text messages or videos. They don't even watch my live streams and they're going to send me some white bitch saying some red pill shit. I don't want to see that. All right. I'm never going to look at it. As soon as I look, I can see the screenshot. Oh, that's that white bitch sitting in the car. All right, next. All right. Who then basically watched my live stream and then came up there. Hey, guys, us ladies need to shut the fuck up. All right. All right. Shut the fuck up. Why do I need to listen to her? All right. Anyway, shout out to our brother Sky Daddy says, in Coach, we trust. Just putting something in the collection plate. Love my coach and the coach tribe. All glory to the Most High. Shout out to you, brothers. All of our brothers that are believers. All right. Shout out to Roderick Miller says tithes and offerings. I remember the 2-a-day streams. Ooh, who remembers that? Damn, it seems like it was a while back. That's a sponsorship.
I'm rich,
All right. That's a sponsorship. I remember the 2-a-day streams. Just think about how many creative things I had to come up with to do 2 streams a day and keep y'all watching. Shout out to Cesar Ramirez is in the building. CR is in here. Shout out to Swarthy Wizard says difference between Keisha Cat and Ling Ling Cat. Curious. Well, the number one thing that I can say about Keisha versus Ling Ling, all right, is that in some depending on what you like, it's depending on what you like. You don't have to like it, but when you're with a Ling Ling, you fuck Ling Ling. When you're with a Keisha, she fucks you. That's the difference. That's the difference. Ling Lings are neotenous, they're feminine, they're submissive. They meow, you fuck her. All right, you do what you want with her, you have your way. Keisha fucks you. All right, she jumps on top of you, she pushes you down and chokes you and shit and jumps on you and then twerks her fucking. That's what happens. You in a wrestling match with a Keisha. All right, this bitch has been then violated and been tortured and traumatized through sex all her life. That you in a grappling match with her. You in a goddamn, it's a main event. All right. She fucks you. She jumps on top of you and shit. She does the splits on your dick and Keisha fucks you. That's the difference between Keisha and Ling. Ling, she be like, you know, like it should be. Keisha jump on you. You gonna like this. You gonna like this, cat. All right, you be like, damn, my dick don't work like that. My dick gonna be bleeding at the end of this. All right, anyway, shout out to you. Do you prefer Ling cat or Keisha cat? Which one do you like? All right, I particularly don't like women who try to fuck me. All right, I'm not into women who try to fuck me. Like, I like to dominate women. I don't like women trying to get on top of me and shit and tell me what
I like to get dominated.
All right.
I like choked, whooped, spanked, told what to do. I need a man to take charge and let me just, be goofy.
All right. That's what I like. I ain't trying to get a bitch on. This is what I like for you to do. Oh, Lord. It's very forward and masculine of you. All right. Anyway, there's some light submissive niggas out here. Shout out to Swarthy Wizard. The difference between Ling cat and Keisha cat. That's the number one difference that I'm going to tell you. And SnapTech Fix says, Myron straight Jack and CGA. LOL. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
And Hustle Every Day said, old lady said, I see women on TV dating younger guys. All right. But it does happen. And they get interested. Women be like, you can't handle me. I'm like, oh, my Lord, bitch, look. I'm not Kim Chi, right? And if anybody's ever watched the World Wrestling Federation, all right, I'm gonna give y'all a throwback here. Ladies, black women, are there any black women in here? All right, I hope they all left before I do this commentary because this is a family show. My name is not kimchi. No, not the kimchi you eat with Japanese food. But Kimchi was the handler for Kamala. The World Wrestling Federation should have been heavyweight champion of the world. But that was the wrestler, not Kamala Harris, but this was the handler for Kamala the wrestler. So my name is not Kimchi, meaning that I'm not here to handle you. I'm not here to manhandle you and shit and come in here. I'll torture, whip you and shit and slap you around and all that. All right. But I'm not trying to have you fight back and shit. You know what I mean? And try to yell at me and scream at me in the middle of the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, when I handle you, you got to be okay, daddy type shit. You know what I mean? I don't need you to threaten me back and shit and threaten my handling skills.
Okay, daddy.
Okay. I don't need you on the loose. And this is what you deal with when you deal with a lot of black women in the bed, because they be like, you can't handle me. I'm not trying to. I'm not Kimchi, Kamala. All right. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying here. It doesn't apply to all black women, but I'm just saying. My name is not Kimchi. I ain't here to handle a bitch. Now, if you want to get handled, what you need to do is get a prison nigga. All right, get a nigga in prison that like to handle, and he a bisexual nigga that spread his booty cheeks, or he do gay for the state shit, and he gonna bring that AIDS dick to you, and he like to wrestle and grapple niggas because when he's in the pen, he like to wrestle and grapple niggas and take their booty cheeks. Yeah. All right, go get you a prison nigga. But I'm not the one. I ain't the one to be wrestling you down like a prison nigga. Like that doesn't turn me on. All right. That doesn't get me horny. All right. But if that's the type of sister you are, more power to you. Stay the fuck away from me. Get you a prison nigga. Because the prison niggas love to wrestle niggas for booty cheeks. All right. And they love to wrestle women for booty cheeks too. So this is a normal thing. They got to hold a nigga down and shit and, you know, get his arm in the crippler cross face and shit. You know what I mean? To take the pussy, take the booty hole from a nigga in the jail. All right. So they got to do that to the women too. And the women get turned on by that. But I ain't trying to. I don't have a prison history or a record. Anyway, we got crime and law CGA. We're going to matriculate this ball downfield, ladies. Get you a prison nigga. I ain't the one. And linglings, get you a prison nigga if y'all like to get manhandled. We got crime and law CGA, which we saw previously should have been a crime, but we're not going to report it. We got a former Ohio State University football player. He faces the death penalty. All right. Niggas have been, these football players been flipping out, and judging by what he looks like, he look crazier than cat shit. Like, football players are mostly criminals that play football. Like, that's the only reason they are, you know, relevant, is that they get to knock niggas' head off on the football field. If they didn't have this outlet, more black men will commit crimes. All right. But that's neither here nor there. Crime and law CGA. We got former Ohio State football player could face the death penalty. We got some serious and disturbing charges from one Darren Lee. He's charged with first-degree deletion in a deletion of his girlfriend, Gabriella Perpetu. Can't pronounce that. We're going to look her up. Prosecutor seeking the death penalty, citing brutality, stab wounds, broken neck, bite marks, and bruises. NFL fans express outrage, demanding harsh punishment and expressing sympathy for the victim's family. He played at Ohio State, and it looked like the Buffalo Bills. He's been charged in Tennessee, and if found guilty, he could be facing the most serious punishment possible, the death penalty. All right. Lee was recently arrested and charged with first-degree deletion following the death of his girlfriend, Gabriella Carvalho, and I can't pronounce the last one, but according to the reports, the prosecutor working on the case are not content to see Lee live out his days in a cell if convicted. They're seeking the death penalty based on the brutality described in the final report of Perpetu's death. And it says, per the report, she was found with fatal stab wounds, broken neck, bite marks, and bruises. The cause of death was ruled a blunt force trauma. Update, he faced the judge on this morning, but the judge ruling Lee will be held without bond. Not a surprise. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Details emerged that from the alleged murder. Lee's girlfriend, identified as Gabrielle, has stab wounds. Okay, we already read that. All right, that was an update. There he is, right there, 6 foot tall. Ladies, there's your 6-footer. Right? I want a man that's 6 foot tall and rich. Well, I mean, probably made good money. And he's 6 feet tall. All right, so, and you can't teach that. All right, let me see if we can find the girlfriend real quick here. Let me see here. Gabrielle. Oh, shit. Hold on for a second. Let me see here. I can't. Hold on for a second. I'm going to have to Google the shit. All right, hold on for a second. I'm going to have to get it right here. Gabriella is her name. That's why I had it wrong. I put Gabriella. All right, so Gabriella. Let's take a look at them in better days right here. And it's a Latina. All right. But it looks like a European, Spanish, Latina, Brazilian or something like that. There she is right there. And wow. Blood in just about every room. Gruesome testimony in Darren Lee's girlfriend's death. Oh. And he went ape shit on her. Donkey Kong. All right. And he played for the New York Jets. Apparently, there's a very, very gruesome deletion. There's her family. This is typically what happens. These families give these niggas a pass because they're football players. Well, he's a football player. He plays in the NFL. But if he didn't play in the NFL or play football, they wouldn't have gave him a pass. See O.J. Simpson. All right. O.J. Simpson was married at the time in his 30s. Nicole Simpson was 18 years old at the time, a waitress. And when she met O.J., she was like, she told the family, who was an Orange County family, hey, he's a black guy. And they probably was like, and then they was like, but his name is O.J. Simpson. Oh, well, we'll give it a pass. And in fact, O.J. Simpson supported the Nicole Brown family throughout their entire life. They were able to have a life of affluence and a life of houses paid off and cars and, country club memberships and shit like that. Right? Because OJ was fronting the bill. This is why they really didn't come out hard against OJ. Pause. This is why only one family member came out hard against OJ. The rest of the family was quiet as kept. All right. Because they gave him the nigga pass. Oh, he plays football. Okay, we'll give him a pass. But when a bitch end up with her throat slit, it's niggy. All right. I shouldn't have let him date that niggy. All right. We should have seen it. We should have known. All right, and unfortunately, that's the case right there. But it does look like he has a crime history right here. He's on probation in 2 other states. So, again, they should have saw this coming. And, you can say this poor lady met her fate, and she chose him. But there's his lineup right there. So he was already a criminal, all right? And people gave him a pass because he was 6 foot tall, played in the NFL, and this little lily white Latina, and the family gave her a pass. Oh, they gave him a pass, I should say. And then it didn't end well. Undertaker Bell. Really quickly, just like that. All right, sad situation there. I wonder what his situation was, why he did her dirty like that. Maybe she cheated. Maybe somebody was in the DMs. I have no idea. This was on February 5th, so it was last week. The woman might have fallen in the shower. All right, extensive amount of blood in different areas of the residence. Inconsistent statements from Lee. All right. Stab wounds to the abdomen. Apparently, a human bite mark on her shoulder. She probably was fighting back. A large bruise on her head. Clonked her on the head. Black eye. Heavy swelling. He definitely was dotting that eye. Dry blood on her face and neck. Severe brain injury and a broken neck. Stab wounds on her legs. Good Lord have mercy, while wearing pants without cut marks. So he put on pants after he stabbed her up. They found alcohol, narcotics in the firearm. At least he didn't shoot her. Lacerations on his hands, O.J. Simpson style. Facial injuries, she scratched him up. Wounds on his chest, she was scratching him, fighting back. Blood inside the case of his cell phone. Okay. He attempted to clean up multiple areas of the house, in addition to cleaning supplies near where testing confirmed blood stains, but no blood was visible. Yeah, man, this is a bad deal. All right, he was in home with the female that was, for lack of better terms, beaten to death. All right, rest in peace. He played 58 games for the Jets, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Buffalo Bills. Also, he was the 20th pick in the 2016 NFL draft from Ohio State. Never heard of him. Never heard of him at all. All right, but that was an NFL player here. All right, we got other news in the NFL. We have Atlanta Falcons recently going crazy over a piece of poontang. His name is James Pearce Jr. We're going to Atlanta Falcons. Apparently, he crashed out this weekend. We don't know what happened, but we got a report on it. Probably related to some poontang or some poontang. Here we go.
This NFL superstar just destroyed his life in 48 hours. So James Pearce Jr. was the 26th overall pick in last year's NFL draft, and he would have gone higher if it weren't for some of the biggest character red flags that we've seen in years. But the Falcons traded a future first-round pick to get him, and at first, this looked like a brilliant move. He put up 10.5 sacks. He set the franchise rookie record for QB pressures, and he finished 3rd in Defensive Rookie of the Year voting. He got invited to the NFL Honors Awards, and his mom went and said this about him.
I am so proud of all that my son has accomplished, but I'm even prouder of the man that he has become. James has a heart of gold, deep love for family and friends, and a true resilience in the face of doubt.
And just 2 days later, James Pearce completely destroyed his life. According to police reports, Pearce had been dating WNBA star Rickea Jackson, the number 4 pick in last year's WNBA draft. But after she broke up with him and blocked his number, Pearce allegedly kept contacting her from different numbers. Then on Saturday night in Miami, he followed her while she was driving. He tried to open her car door at a red light, and when she drove away toward a police station to get help, he allegedly rammed his Lamborghini SUV into the back of her car.
Let me stop it right here. Number one, I don't know what it is about black men in black families or anything related to this. I don't know what that NFL honors was and whatever that award was, but I don't know. This reflects the son-husband nature of black men. And I'm going to say this because people are going to get pissed off. We all know what I'm going to talk about is true. Why is it every time that a black man accomplishes something, his motherfucking mama got to be up there as the handler? She got to be the one to testify to his character. She's got to be the one to be on the award with the nigga. I don't see this with Tom Brady's mom. In fact, I don't even know who Tom Brady's motherfucking mom is. But the black woman, or either they're trying to give her credit, she's trying to take credit. She's trying to prove that she was a single mom and it worked out and the dad wasn't there and she was the dad and the mom. The mom always feels like she got to be up on the camera on the video and be like, this is my boy, this is my son, and I raised him right and I raised him to do. I don't like that. I don't like that. I see it happens in my own life. Mamas need to sit the fuck back. All right. But they want to jump up there and I was this and I ran a good household and I did this and I took them to practice. And then I don't like it. It's just something that has always rubbed me the wrong way, even when it happens to me, because we're all son husbands and have elements of this. I don't see the Latina mamas like this. If I do, it's a rarity. I don't see Tom Brady's mama. You do see in the Chunky Soup commercial, it's typically a black athlete with his mama. Lamar Jackson's mama is his agent. And I just don't like this plantation mama boys thing that we got going on. I think it emasculates the man. You guys can think it's all cool, you country bumpkin plantation Negroes. But even Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharpe will be up there. Oh, my mama, she do this, and don't mess around with mama. Big mama does this, and if you do this, she cuss you out. I don't like it. Jalen Daniels, the football player from the Redskins. All right, his mama all up in the video. I don't like this because it emasculates the man, because the man is a grown man, but they're like, oh, but his mama, you better watch out. His mama got her thumb all over the nigga. It reeks of son husbandry. It reeks of some sort of incest. It reeks of incest. It reeks of she's the mammy. All right, you got to go through the mama. All right, college coaches will recruit, and they be like, man, I had to go there, and the toughest person to recruit was the mama. All right, what the fuck? Like, shut the fuck up with this. The mama, the mama was this, and she was the toughest person in the house. The mama. It emasculates all the men. It decenters all the men. It makes the men and minimizes all the men, even the man that is the focal point of the entire thing that has all the talent. I don't like it. And this is probably why this nigga was acting like this, because he got a strag. Let's be honest, that WNBA woman, she probably a Lily Lint Liquor and a 304. And he over there getting jealous and mad because he got a little bit of money and he think money controls the woman. And she like, I got my own goddamn money. I make $60,000 a year dribbling a small basketball down the court, missing layups. All right, so I got my own money. All right, I got my own money. And he trying to control her with the money because he played for the lazy ass Atlanta Falcons. And then he finding out that she going to go do Lily Lint Lick somebody else. Okay.
Causing both of them to crash. Police would arrive on the scene and pulled a gun on him. Pearce got back in his car and struck a police officer in the knee, and then led the cops on a full-blown high-speed chase through the streets of Miami. That ended with him smashing his car again, and it took nearly 10 officers to wrestle him to the ground and put him in handcuffs.
Look at this big-ass overgrown niggas. Like, you overgrown Southern niggas, man. You don't realize you John Henry-ass niggas. Look at this big-ass overgrown son husband ass nigga chasing the bull dagger down the street, and then you out there with your mama speaking for you, and you John Henry size. Look at this shit. You niggas are a disgrace, bro. The black man is a full disgrace amongst everything, bro.
The real problem is niggerism. That's the real problem.
What? Look at he head and shoulders taller than any of these goofy ass little cops behind him, and they gotta wrestle this nigga down like he Rodney King. All right, you big overgrown nigga. These overgrown niggas acting like 12-year-olds. All right, just because a nigga big don't mean he mature. Pause. These overgrown niggas immature. I talked about this with women when I tell you women's maturity stunts when they sexually develop. Same thing happens to men. These niggas get big and overgrown at an early age, and they mentality develop is stunted there at 12. Right? It's stunted at 12. And look at this nigga acting a fool for a bull dagger who missed layups in the WNBA game. Come on, bruh. Like, men crash out, but come on, man.
Pearce posted a $20,000 bond and walked out with 3 lawyers, but now he's facing 5 felony charges.
5 felonies for an WNBA player. Domestic violation.
Including 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated stalking, and aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, which alone can...
They got 15 cops, and if this nigga would have died and he would have ran out of breath, y'all niggas will be marching for this goofy ass nigga. Y'all niggas will be painting murals on the wall. Say his name. John Henry. What the fuck is his name? Baby Huey. Overgrown nigga. Like, what's his name? Dumbass. Son husband ass nigga. Y'all niggas will be marching in the street for the midterm elections for this goofy ass nigga. Meanwhile, 15 small white cops got to jump on top of this goofy ass nigga. All right. Because he out here committing crimes. He messed up his whole NFL career, and we will be marching for this lame ass nigga.
Carries a minimum of 5 years in prison. Just the saddest way to ruin your life. If you guys aren't followed,
there's the girl right there. I mean, Baddie is super T, man. I'm telling you, she got it down. She got it going on. All right, she got it going on too. I mean, I know y'all thickums, y'all like them thick, but this body, she got a body out here. All right, look at her, man. She tight. She tightly packed. All right, she tightly packed. This is why this nigga went crazy. And somebody tell me, man, dudes will lose their mind over a nice piece of punani. All right, dudes will lose their mind, goof ass niggas. All right, and people say I only could talk about women. All right, but men are goofy as fuck. Men are goofy. You cannot help them. We got It's the Evil World We Live In coming up, and we got the main event coming up here. Wait till you see this main event. Somebody said, I see why he crashed out. Yeah, I mean, she's smoking hot. She's smoking hot. All right, but I'm telling you, man, they not loyal either. They're not loyal because a woman that looks like this, that young, you can damn well be sure that she got a lot of suitors, male or female. And she plays in the WNBA, so you already know that she got suitors everywhere. You ain't the only one. She's not yours. If he wants a girl like that, he better marry her and just she be an Instagram model. All right. Kaylin says the NBA All-Star game is this weekend in LA. I used to think that was the best All-Star game in sports, but it has fallen off dramatically. Are you disappointed in the players or their lack of competitive spirit? Well, dude, the All-Star game and the All-Star weekend is seen as a break for the players. It is very hard to be an NBA player. You're playing back-to-back games. You know, look at these niggas' feet at the end of the day. Look at Shaq's feet. Look at LeBron's feet. The last thing they want to do is play a game that has no relevancy. All right. The only relevancy it has is with the fans, and they don't care. The fans going to pay the tickets. The people who go to those games aren't fans. All right. They're corporate people, corporate tickets. So it's not that really big of a deal. All right. It's a break for them, and they're really pissed that they got to play the break. So I can see why they don't want to play. And then what do they get from it? Then they got to go do a playoff chase and go to the playoffs. Playoffs. All right. So nobody, I mean, I can see why they don't care. And anybody that thinks it's easy for them to go just play basketball, playing basketball is pretty tough. It ain't that easy to be jumping up and down, running down there on your knees and all that shit, you know, getting finger jammies when the ball hits your finger and shit. You got to nurse injuries and stuff like that. You know, you want to take 3 days off and nurse your injuries and go fuck girls at the All-Star game selling pussy. You know, that's all you want to do. You don't want to be getting ready and doing warm-ups and all of that shit. All right, anyway. Play less games. Well, they don't get to make money if they play less games. I mean, the fact that they are playing as many games as they have been playing is because they need the ticket money to justify the salary, right? So they make money from tickets and merchandise and shit like that. So if they play less games, then they all make less money. I mean, nobody wants to do that. All right. Who wants to do that? I make $50 million a year. If I play less games, I make $30 million a year plus taxes. So yeah, that's why they got to play the games. The games are meaningless, really. All right, shout out to our brother Mark Muhammad says, I didn't have a good basketball coach until my senior year. Rest in peace to Frank Reeser. Then I learned that a real coach is a life changer. At least I found you on YouTube. Better late than never. Also, great short that you dropped yesterday on Obsession. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to the great coaches here. All right. And he says, Coach, for the gym buddy bish, where is Tony Robbins? We got cleanup on aisle 10. Accountability going on there. She's crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but we all know that. We got Sizzo in the building. He says, serious note, a friend of mine just got out of a long-term relationship where they lived together for 2.5 years. Long story short, she was admitted to a psycho ward because she couldn't handle the stress of life and bills. She's 26 years old, shaking my damn head. He's in a low mental state. Can you knock some sense into him? All right. Man, fuck that bitch. Okay. That's what I would say. She's not that important. She was dragging you down. She was dragging you down. She can't handle life. People think, oh, I got problems. My life is messed up. No, the reason why you have your life is supposed to have problems. Okay. If you don't have problems in life, what is the point? What's the point of life? Right? Imagine if you woke up every day and you didn't have nothing to stress out over. Right? You'd be like, damn, life is great. What would you do with life? Nothing. And this is why it's for men who want to be successful, right? You want to be successful. When you're successful early in life, it normally doesn't work out well late in life. Look at O.J. Simpson. All right. Look at these people. Look, did you see James Vanderbeek? He was a heartthrob nigga in the 90s or the 2000s. He dead as a doorknob. Like, yo, bruh. He dead as a doorknob. Look, sometimes you can get the shit too early. And it wasn't his fault. He caught cancer. But now he has 6 kids and a wife that can't afford bills. They on now with a GoFundMe. Like, yo, sometimes, nigga, just wait for your success, bro. It ain't that big of a deal, nigga. You get it early, fine. Congratulations, nigga. But sometimes it don't work out. Sometimes, man, you get your success early, dead as a motherfucker. Look at Michael Jackson, dead at 50. All that motherfucking success can't guarantee shit. Nigga, Dill still dead as a doorknob. Still over there, nigga, toes pointed to the goddamn sky. Maggot food. So, life is supposed to, yeah. Tupac, dead as a motherfucker, 25. Yo, just because you think I should have it now and I should do this, man, life is supposed to claw and scrape, man. Ladies, you too, but just throw your pussy out there. You'll be good. You're supposed to get through life. You're supposed to learn and get knocked over the head and face adversity and have stressors. The best part of it is overcoming it. That's the best part of it. Best or you overcame the bullshit, and then you can stand there and be like, damn, this was all worth it. This is all worth it. But you know what these funky ass Gen Z people is? They think that they gonna solve the problems through politics, and there's a problem through mental health pills, and they all clap. You know, I can't get through it, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And I meant to mention this because not to belabor the point. The one thing I look at, and I meant to talk about this yesterday because I was talking about how, you know, it's tough being a black person that elevates itself through life. A black male in particularly, because what happens is, you know, I was talking about the musicians. Luther Vandross needs to cross over. Luther Vandross needs to, you know, the need that you can't build your audience. You can't make millions and the money you deserve off of an all black audience. And we talked about that, if you remember that part of the live stream. And I meant to say this because somebody said that when black men then say, well, I want the bag, I want the recognition. Like I be saying, I want the recognition. I at least want people to say my name right and give the appropriate credit, right? What'll happen is you'll go seek that out. You'll go seek that out. You'll be like, I want to seek that out. I want to go see what it's like. Well, what they'll say is you sold your soul. You sold your soul to go over there to them white people or go over there to them U's to go make the extra amount of money when you could have stayed real and been with the black people. Well, let me tell you what black people do. Black people will let you go out here and use your creativity, use all of your energies and efforts, not get the credit you deserve, only for you to die penniless and insane, owing taxes with not a penny to your name. James Brown, Red Fox. They'll call you great. Oh, they was great. They was the greatest ever. They'll defend you about being great, but you die penniless and motherfucking insane, owing back taxes with niggas having to pay for your funeral. Young Dolph, They'll let you die bleeding in the fucking streets and claim how great you are. Kevin Samuels. They'll tell you how great you were in death and how this, but nigga won't even show up to your funeral or put no money in your kid's name when you die, or even try to make money. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That is why people sell out black people. That's why. Because y'all let heroes die penniless. Y'all let heroes die making mistakes. Y'all let heroes die broke. Y'all let heroes die owing taxes. Y'all let but you would tell how great they was because they didn't sell out to the white man or kiss the nanny goat when they could have, but they stood 10 toes down for y'all. But at the end of the day, y'all wasn't there when they needed you. You see what I'm saying? Yep, Joe Lewis, motherfucking what's the nigga, the Man Act nigga, Jack Johnson, MC Hammer. Y'all when them niggas fall, y'all just all walk away from the nigga. Malcolm X was broke when he died. Allegedly, well, I'm not going to say what he was allegedly doing, but Huey P. Newton from the Black Panthers, died hitting crack pipe. Yeah, these are all choices that they made, but these are your fucking heroes. Martin Luther the King. This is why I look and say when people say that they sold out, they should have sold out. They should have chased the fucking bag. They should have went and got theirs, because staying down and loyal to your people don't help. I got a whole laundry list of people to prove it. But y'all defend them on the internet. And when I talk about them, y'all act like I'm doing something wrong, but y'all niggas didn't show up to the funeral. You didn't put no money on his books. You let this nigga's watch collection get stolen. Yeah, his watch collection got stolen. Kevin Samuels. They went in there and somebody cleaned out that nigga watch collection, allegedly. Nobody went to go back and get them watches. Yep, y'all let Marvin Gaye die in the motherfucking street by his father. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? What's the point? So this is the lessons that I'm teaching you men. This is what I was trying to show about the Corey Holcomb situation. And somebody to go, oh, Corey will be just fine because he got niggas on YouTube. Okay, if you're waiting to depend on niggas to support you, you're going to be broke. Trust me, you're going to be broke. That's the story of nigga life. You're going to be broke. Never wait for niggas to support you, because you're going to wait, because them niggas at some particular point, oh, we ain't got to support you. That's so you shouldn't have said X, Y, and Z. Did I make my point? Did I make my point? It's what it is. It's a sad reality of man. That's why I'm telling you, man, I'm teaching you how to be a man in these shows. I'm teaching you what to look out for. They'll let you get shot 50 times in a fucking cookie store and say, oh, he was a real one at the end of the day. 50 fucking bullet holes in a cookie store and y'all niggas ain't rioting? Nigga, if I get shot 50 times, nigga, I'll expect somebody to put one picket sign up, take to the streets. No? Okay. All right. Okay, that's normal again. I guess that's normal. So don't be mad because a nigga go look out for himself at the end of the day. Jay-Z. And then y'all say he sold his soul and he's from the Baphomet and he kissed the nanny goat. Well, maybe he did. But at the end of the fucking day, the day ends. Where we at? No government name. I saw a clip of a young nigga say that men over 50 who work in retail are losers, and someone put a rebuttal to that statement. What do you think about that? Man, keep living. Keep living. Gentlemen, I'm telling you, man. Life is going to humble men like any other. That's why you must do your best. I keep telling you, between 20 and 40, to do whatever you can to put yourself in position to win. Because unfortunately, life will humble you after 50. Now, if you didn't do your best through 20 to 40, you're going to be shit out of luck at 50. I see a lot of men who probably did very well for themselves. And you don't know why a person's working in retail. He could have been facing a great divorce. He could have lost all his money. He could have not saved up his money. There could be a variety of reasons. All right. He probably went overseas and lost his money. He probably lost his money to his kids. His kids was a fucking crackhead and he believed in the fucking kid. And then he lost all his money to the kid. You never know why. But life will humble you 50, 60, and 70. You know, you plan on living, nigga, you're going to be working. Now, you're not going to be working in executive companies because they're not hiring no 60-year-old former executive. There's people who are entrepreneurs. They had a good business, but something changed, a policy change, something changed politically, something changed about their business, and their business went belly up, and now they got to go back and work in retail. Okay. So you're 25 and you're looking at these old niggas. Oh, these old niggas a loser. He a loser. He working at motherfucking Jiffy Lube. Hey, bro. Yep. Somebody got taxes. You were an entrepreneur and you was cool till the tax man came knocking at your door. And it was like, oh, nigga, you owe this and that and penalties. And then it was like, okay, I'm belly up. Shit happens. They go through a divorce and the tax man comes, or their kid dies, or their wife does. Something happens, man. Life happens. So you best be prepared for everything, because there's a lot of men in their 60s right now working at Home Depot that could have swore up and down they wouldn't be working at Home Depot, and they're working at Home Depot. So I don't think you're a loser per se in your 50s if you're working, because I know life will kick you in the fucking nuts. Whether you like, medical bills. Somebody has a medical issue in your family, the medical bills can wipe you the fuck out. And it could happen just like that. A bankruptcy, a downturn in the housing market, anything could just turn you upside down. So you better, you better know. That's why I always know. That's why I work the way I work. I got nothing. Today I woke up, I don't think I have anything. So you better be ready, because at some particular point, your life can turn from sugar to shit. And the unfortunate part is people don't hire 60-year-old men. They don't hire 60-year-old men for companies for nice jobs. So it's hard. It's hard to start a business and start over in life. So be very conscious of this as a young man. Stay humble in that mindset. When I see people like that, job loss, layoffs, anything, I see people like that, I don't automatically judge men like that. The only way I judge men on that one is if they have drug or alcohol. Then I say it was your fault. All right, you put the fucking bottles to your lip. You the one was over there snorting fentanyl. Like, you made that choice and you got to recover from it. I can't help you there. But life can humble you, man. So be prepared for anything at any time. And sometimes, man, women will humble your motherfucking ass too. Great divorce is bankrupting men. Let's get to this, the evil world we live in, because I got to matriculate this ball down the field. Okay. We have this one on the evil world we live in. Listen to this, sister. This is on the what I call the Chitlin Circuit show, Tonight's Conversation. I see they haven't sent me an invitation to this shit because I'm not from the South and I don't pander to Negroes. All right. So my Uncle Tom Coon. Now, this show, I actually have a content creator. I won't say his name. He was an adversarial content creator until I met him recently in Miami at the Black Manosphere Conclave. Shout out to him. No, I respect him as a content creator. He says he has connections with these guys and this and that, and so forth and so on. But this seems to be a scripted comment. I don't know if this is from her because she's reading it off of a cue card. So this makes me believe that this might be possibly somebody that works for the show and is reading the question for someone in the audience who doesn't want to go up on the mic. All right. So that's what I picked up from this clip. But I want you to get a gist of what this clip is. Maybe it could be something that they're making up to have a conversation as well. But let's play the clip in its entirety. Then we'll review what she said.
Man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in. How he do that with no ambition? No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking.
Why are niggas so loud? Why y'all niggas so loud? And black women, why are y'all so loud? I know y'all hear that all the time, and you think we be tripping because y'all don't be nothing. You be around niggas all the time, so you think you ain't loud. We be indoors. We be indoors, and y'all be yelling at the top of your lungs. I'm right here. Why are you screaming? Why you want other people to hear? Why are you so fucking loud? Why is she screaming? Can you talk a little bit quieter about this? And by the way, who is this woman right here? Somebody find me her and bring her to me pronto. All right, bring this woman to me. All right, so anyway.
Take care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression. Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home.
Black people love to talk, don't they? They love to talk. They love to talk about kindergarten shit. Let me just tell you what's happening here. All right, tonight's conversation, just bring me on here. I'll clear all of this nigga shit up. All right, because all of this woman talking in here, this poetry, all of this shit sound good until you apply it to Washington, D.C. Let me tell you what's going on right here. All right, let me get this woman off the screen, this chocolatey woman. I'll clear this shit up. What's happening here is the emasculation of the black man. All right, this is what's happening. It's the emasculation of the black man. And that's plain and simple. And it's because the powers that be, the man, the system, the institutional system has disenfranchised the black man to an extent, to the point that even the son can't rise above the mama. The mama always, no matter how bad she is, crackhead mama, got to preside over the black man and take the credit. It's because what now has happened is black women have used affirmative action and DEI to ascent to middle management jobs, not even management jobs, mid-management jobs, to the point where then black men who are been disenfranchised by these same policies and taken advantage of cannot ascend to these levels. It makes it difficult to do it, a lot more difficult than the woman to do it. Then the woman then reigns on top of the guy and says, well, I want you to be 50-50, or I want you to stay home and take care of the kids while I go out and work. This is all emasculation. Now, people can say that this is a new day and this is the way it works progressively, but they don't realize the collateral damage and the damages that it has on relationships and how women view men and how men view women. Well, then that emasculates the man and gives him no sense of purpose and no ambition. And she's successfully done that. I make more money than him. He takes care of the kids. He's not ambitious. Why would he be ambitious when he's got you out here to live under because you saying a progressive man can ride bitch or shotgun in a car seat? Okay, it's okay for a man to do that. It's okay for a man to live under a woman. It's okay for a man to move into a woman's house. But what happens with that is emasculation. This is a natural biological effect. It's a psychological and biological effect. She's going to look at that man as less than, especially in the heat of the moment, especially when it comes down to it. So now she wants to all of a sudden light a fire under his ass and be ambitious. Why? You make all the money. All right. You taking care of me. You have a great job. Why should I have a fire lit under me? Isn't this good enough that I take care of the kids? And apparently he pays all the bills while she makes all the money, which is a whole nother crazy stretch of traditionalism meets progressivism. All right. And I just don't see what's happening. Bottom line is this is all emasculation of the male, and particularly the black male, who is easy to emasculate, who is very easy to emasculate. All right. Because he has low self-esteem coming in. All right. Anytime you see a black man with high self-esteem, guess what happens? They shoot him down. They kill him. They kill him. Okay. The women in their community don't want to associate with that guy. They'll call him a misogynist or some shit like this, a patriarchal guy or a sellout, or Uncle Tom, or a coon. So anytime there's a man who feels great about himself, a black man specifically, they'll kill him. They'll slit his throat. They'll have a public lynching of him. Whereas men who feel bad about themselves are elevated, but only elevated to a certain point. They're elevated to the point to humiliate him and emasculate him as well. And so that's what's happening in this particular clip. Sad reality that even when you do the right thing, it's doing the wrong thing. You almost can't win. All right. He takes care of the kids. He pays the bills, but she makes all the money. She's a career woman, but she wants him to be more ambitious. How is this situation going to be? How's this going to work out? It's not going to work out. We got Shannon, Mr. Abba Dabba 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 Sharpe is in the building. Miss Mama, my mama runs shit still. 90 years old, probably. Mr. Abba Dabba Dabba Shannon Sharpe has come to a new belief system. In his new belief system, remember he used to say, I don't want to date my age, I want to date my wage. Remember he was out here clapping cheeks and my Michelle? Well, until he got bent over for $20 million. Damn. Why they want to stick me for my paper? Damn. All right, so some funky white bitch done stuck him for his paper, and now he just came to a different idea. Somebody asked him, who's the person that's on this show? They don't give the credit to who the person is on the show, but maybe you'll recognize him. They ask him, love or more money? A 50-plus man's honest truth. Let's hear what Shannon Sharpe says. Does he want more money, or does he wish that he had love at the end?
Mistake that you make. Well, I put work in front of everything, and I missed out on a lot of great relationships.
Would you rather be up and without a woman, or would you rather be with the woman and not as up as you are?
You want me to tell you God honest truth?
Yeah.
I'd rather be up, not up as much, and have somebody.
For real?
All right. So, we don't believe you, Shannon. I mean, what we're doing here is he's trying to make nice with his community, because Monique told him the same thing. Monique done told him he need to get him a fat mammy at the end of the day from Savannah, Georgia. He didn't want to listen. He didn't want to date his age. He wanted to date at his wage. And they'll all men pay $20 million, $25K a cheek. That's going to make you think differently. Plus, when you're 50, you think about who's going to take care of you. And women naturally know this because they're like, okay, I'm not going to be your nurse, especially a younger woman. She's not going to be your nurse. Then you start thinking about that. And so he's reflecting on that. Maybe I look past my kids and my relationship. Maybe I'll look past the loves of my life. Maybe I was a little bit too rough on the women in my life. And now, instead of bringing confusion, I want them to be a part of my life. What do you think on him with this particular type of mindset? Did he learn a lesson? Did he learn this absent of the, did he learn, my question is, do you think he would have found this reality if the OnlyFans thing didn't happen, the OnlyFans model? Let's say the OnlyFans model thing didn't happen to him. Would he think the same thing? Or is this a result of that? Is this a humbling of him? Is this him realizing that, random booty cheeks ain't the answer, which is not the answer. I've never said it was the answer. I just said it's a trade-off. It's something that you can go to if that's the case. Or do you think he's lying to kowtow to the consensus of the community? What do you think? I'll play the clip again for people who didn't see it. He's basically saying he'd rather have love of his life. He missed out on opportunities rather than making more money.
Mistake that you make. What? I put work in front of everything, and I missed out on a lot of great relationships.
Would you rather be up and without a woman, or would you rather be with the woman and not as up as you are?
You want me to tell you God honest truth?
Yeah.
I'd rather be up, not up as much, and have somebody.
All right. He'd rather be not up as much and have somebody. Oh, man. I don't believe him. I think he's not telling the truth. This is just an opinion, I believe. Or if it is the fact, it could be him realizing what happened as a result of him philandering and my Michelle and getting $25K a cheek, $20 million, and so forth and so on. Who has an opinion on this one? I'm looking at people here. He's bending the knee. Could he be bending the knee? Maybe to get more of that 100 million, maybe the $100 million ESPN contract reality. This is what I always tell you. Dudes will be like, he'll be all right. Guys, when you miss out on a bag, you cannot tell a person who missed out on a bag that they'll be okay, because they don't see okay the way you see okay. You know, people were saying that about Corey Holcomb. Oh, Corey Holcomb would be okay. He got YouTube membership, bro. He was getting like 15,000 a show. He could get 15,000 in YouTube membership, but it ain't the same, because I'm getting 15,000 a show and I'm booking 8 shows a month. That YouTube membership is okay for you, but it ain't okay for him. Similarly, if I was going to get a $100 million ESPN contract and I got it ripped away plus 20 million loss to the girl, the white girl, and then you say, well, he still has his podcast, he'll be okay. Well, that's okay for you, right? That's okay in your standard based on you living in that ramshackle apartment in Philadelphia, somewhere on Kensington, and you say, well, YouTube money is cool. That's okay for you, but you looked at $120 million ripped from you, you still ain't okay. Plus the public humiliation, the tarring, the feathering, the embarrassment, him having to eat his words. Yeah, man, bro, that's not okay. All right, he'll be okay. He gets to still work at Popeyes. Okay, listen. All right, listen, that's great and all. Nigga, that's good and all. But yeah, that's okay for you and all. But I'm getting 15,000 a show, getting ripped from me, canceled because I put paws on a woman and I'm out here acting like I'm, talking about touching children. Well, nah, man, that ain't okay. I might get that back in some YouTube membership, at least a 25% of it, but that ain't okay. All right, so what do you think about Shannon Sharpe in that situation? I find that interesting. And then we have this video of a woman saying why it's hard to leave, quote unquote, the good guy husband. Okay. Woo-wee. And somebody said he had to grow a beard. Isn't it interesting? Now, people have had beards before me. The gray beard is a trademark of CGA. I ain't saying people stole the trademark, the gray beard, but is this nigga rocking a gray beard? I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm not going to say he stole the gray beard, but I made the gray beard famous. And by the way, that white man painted on over my shoulder, there's a white guy that has a gray beard too. All right, remember that dude said I had a white man picture on my I have a white man's picture. He was trying to say I was an Uncle Tom, and he was saying that I have a white guy's picture behind me. Now, I don't know how the fuck you watch me for that long to believe that that was a white guy the whole time. Now, it was funny. Like, it was weird because it stunned me, because I was like, what guy? What white guy? And then when I looked, I said, oh, his picture is kind of it. He is white. So I did look and go, oh, it is a white guy. However, when I had to think of how stupid a person could be to think that that would be a white person over my shoulder this entire time of watching me, I had to think of how stupid a motherfucker could be to come to that consensus. See, you got a white man over your shoulder. What? You thought that was a white man? That shit is crazy. I mean, I see what they're saying there because he's kind of ashen. You know what I mean? He doesn't really look black, but that's because, well, the background is black. All right. But he couldn't make me. Shout out to Allende, by the way. He's a YouTuber. He couldn't literally make my face as brown because the background is black. So he had to kind of make me ashen. By the way, the t-shirt that I'm wearing is black as well. But it stunned me beyond belief that some viewer thought that that was a white guy behind me, a painting of a white guy. That's how dumb some people are that watch me. I was mind boggled. I was like, whoa. Damn, we got some pure idiots out here in the comment section. All right, anyway, I keep bringing that up because I was flabbergasted. All right, but anyway, here we go right here for the good men. This woman says, why it's hard. Somebody said DB Cooper. Why it's hard to leave good guy husband. Oh, my goodness. Wait till you hear this. For people who want to get ecclesiastically married, listen to this. You can be a good husband or what people consider a good husband, but even still divorceable. You're still divorceable. And as you can see, this is a woman in her 40s, tipping towards 50, mid 40s, 50s. You can see in the face. All right, droopy around the eyelids right here, upper eyelids droopy, caving in the eye, especially white woman, the caving in of the eyes into the skull. All right, long face. All right, people's faces get longer when they get older. You can see the dead eyes, the bangs covering up the scar from the facelift, allegedly. Smile lines, frowns. You can see this here. You can see this is an older white woman. Typically here, when women get older in the marriage, they get more cantankerous and rebellious and so forth and so on. And it's harder to maintain the marriage. Let's see what she says about why it's hard to divorce the good guy husband. Listen.
Marriages for women to leave are often when they are married to husbands who are good guy presenting. And I want to explain this to you because these husbands, they don't yell, right? They don't cheat. They don't disappear. They show up when they're supposed to. They will help if you tell them exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it every single time, right? They're not necessarily abusive. They're not really chaotic. They're not necessarily scary and having, huge outbursts. They're literally just there. And I think for so many women, this is what makes it so hard to name and so hard to leave, because nothing is technically wrong, right? But nothing is deeply right either. Like, he doesn't proactively make your life easier. He doesn't anticipate your needs. He doesn't carry the mental labor with you. He just sits there waiting for instructions, like a puppy dog waiting for a command, right? And when you're exhausted and you're resentful and you're already drowning, this will make you feel like you're crazy, because you have friends whose husbands are way worse than that. You've seen the horror stories. You've seen the TikToks. You know that worse guys out there exist. And your husband isn't necessarily like that. He's a good guy, right? But good guy presenting isn't the same as being an engaged and invested and a participative partner. Bare minimum behavior wrapped in politeness is still bare minimum. And what makes it so fucking draining is that you can't point to one big thing. It's not like one big thing happened in your marriage. It's literally death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's that you're not considered without asking. You're never relieved from your duties without delegating to him first. You're never being prioritized without being prompted or reminded. And then you start wondering if you're crazy. You start wondering if you're asking for too much, wondering if you're just too hard to please, if you'll never be happy. But you're not asking for too much. You're not too hard to please. You are literally asking for partnership, but you're getting this passive participation and you're being expected to tolerate it because it could always be worse.
You guys criticize me. Where's my critics at? Where are my critics? You guys criticize. This is why I say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. This is why I'm telling you, Myron can parrot me like a fucking parrot all he wants. I know. This is why I say white men are in the matrix. They're the biggest fucking simps in the marriages across the board because they fall for this hook, line, and sinker. This is why I created the marriage wheel. This is why I say death by 1,000 cuts. Could you imagine being married to this cantankerous woman when all she wants to do is be a whore? Let's just be frank. She wants to go out and whore. She wants to be independent, right? He's worth more divorced than married. He said this man about to delete himself. If he don't delete her, this is why white men be deleting women and burying their ass in the desert and wrapping their body up. All right. I'm telling you, this is why them dudes, you be like, why that white man take his white wife and take her ass to the desert and push her off the cliff? All right. Niggas, I'm not saying he should, but this is why niggas go and do it. The niggas be like, bro, what am I supposed to do with this shit? You can't win, bro. This is why I tell you about relationships. Just kick her out. That ain't enough, bro. Avoid. You already know what's gonna happen. Why do I need to kick her out? I don't give her a commitment. I just rent her and give her back. Because I'll be damned if I be married to a bitch for 15 years and she sound like this to me when I come home. Okay. Ain't no damn way. And she's like, I can't pinpoint to anything. What did I tell you about divorce? When people say, why did you get divorced? I always say, you can't never pinpoint one thing. I've been saying that for years. You think you're going to pinpoint one thing. Oh, he cheated. She cheated. Something happened. He beat her up. She yelled at him. It's never that. It's always this shit. Well, I can't really pinpoint, but I'm not feeling it. He just shows up. He's good guy presenting, but he really behind the scene, the third, fifth child. It's like, what the fuck? And by the way, take a look at the background. Nice house, nice bed. We got crown molding. We got a frame, custom bed frame in the back, custom paint on the wall. I mean, look at the molding on the ceiling here. These are high ceilings and deep mold. She over there recording on this nigga internet that he paying for. I mean, and guess what? She ended up saying, like, it was cool 15 years ago. All right, it was great. You were a good guy. I like the good guy. I'm tired of these Chads and Tyrones. I'm tired of the jerks.
And that's you.
And then you do this. Oh, he doing the bare minimum. It ain't enough. I don't know what is not enough exactly, but it ain't enough. He's just sitting there. He's waiting to do what I tell him to do. All right, instead of doing it. Okay, but what if he did it and didn't tell you what he was going to do? It would be, oh, he just does what he wants to do and never considers me. I'm telling you, brothers. I'm telling you, relationships are not me. They're not for me, bro. I already know, bro.
You can't win.
I can't do it. This is a nightmare. I've already lived this nightmare once. There's no fucking way I would volunteer for this again. No way. It starts off great, but it ends up like this, bro.
Hardest marriages for women to leave are often when they are married to husbands who are good guy presenting.
Good guy presenting, bro. Good guy presenting. They got a title for good guy presenting. Ring the fucking bell, bro. Ring the bell, man. You'll never get me married again with this shit, bro. This shit that I see out here is outrageous.
And I want to explain this to you because these husbands, they don't yell, right? They don't cheat.
So they don't cheat or yell. Not abusive. That was me. I didn't cheat or yell. At least I didn't get caught. All right, but let's continue.
They don't disappear. They show up when they're supposed to.
What did I say? When guys show up at home, they show up at 5:30. Hi, honey, I'm home. What's for dinner? So he showed up. He didn't go to the titty club. He didn't go to the Snooty Fox. He showed up. He came home. Okay. Oh, he keeps coming home. He's showing up. But
they will help if you tell them exactly what to do.
All right, so you told him what to do. He did it. What's wrong with that?
When to do it, how to do it, every single time.
Every single time he did it. Honey, can you do this? Yes, honey. Yes, dear. All right. Honey, yes, honey. Honey, do. Yeah. He did it every single time. Bossing him around. What happened? Because she emasculated him. She didn't like it.
Right? They're not necessarily abusive.
No abuse.
They're not really chaotic.
Doesn't yell and scream. Not chaotic. Very predictable.
They're not necessarily scary.
She's not. Doesn't fear that he's going to kill her or beat her up.
And having, huge outbursts.
Doesn't go crazy.
They're literally just there. And
you're just there. You're just there. How about you did this for 15 years? Literally just doing, okay, honey. Yep. Walking on eggshells. Walking on hot coals for this bitch. Hot coals. And she's like, he's just there. He's just there every goddamn day.
I think for so many women, this is what makes it so hard to name and so hard to leave because nothing is technically wrong, right?
Nothing is technically wrong. Nothing. She said nothing is wrong.
Right? But nothing is deeply right.
Oh, it's not deeply right, though. Okay. I'm telling you, you cannot get me in a relationship. You can't get me in one. You cannot get me in a relationship because I know this is coming because this is me. She's explaining me. All right. Yep, I do this. Yes. Okay. Yep. Soon as you say no once, the bitch, what's going on here? You cannot get me into a relationship. This is crazy, especially with a white woman. But let's continue.
Either. Like, he doesn't proactively make your life easier. He doesn't anticipate your needs.
So he doesn't proactively make your life better. He doesn't go above and beyond. He doesn't think what she's thinking before he thinks it or after he thinks it. He doesn't anticipate your needs. He just waits for you to ask him to do something.
He doesn't carry the mental labor.
There's the mental labor. Okay, but what happens when he's putting life and limb on the line? What do? Nothing. Let's continue.
With you. He just sits there waiting for instructions like a puppy dog.
Again, emasculation. You're just a puppy dog. You're just another child. You just wait for instructions. You just keep telling me what to do. I have to think of what to do and then tell you what to do. and then you do it. I don't like it.
Waiting for a command, right? And when you're exhausted and you're resentful and you're already drowning.
Okay, so now this is where the no sex comes in. This is where sexless marriage comes in. She's resentful. She's exhausted. She has to tell you what to do and you keep doing it. Why can't you do it before she tells you to do it? Like a child. Okay, now I'm drowning and now I want to go cheat. Girls' nights out.
This will make you feel like you're crazy because you have friends whose husbands are way worse than that. You've seen the horror stories. You've seen the TikToks. You know that worse guys out there exist. And your husband isn't necessarily like that.
He's not like the jerks, the guys that run a tight ship, the ones that keep their wives in check and check their phones and locations and tell that bitch when to come back and no, you ain't going to girls' nights out. All right, those toxic guys, her husband isn't toxic. And all the other wives are like, you got a great husband, but she's at home with a dry pussy. Yeah, but he comes home every time and he waits to tell me, and I tell him to do things and he just does it.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Dude, I'm telling you, you can't win. You'd rather be the abusive guy and still get charged for abuse than to get divorced and then she tells you, well, you were too nice.
Right? But good guy presenting isn't the same as being an engaged and invested.
By the way, there's no guy. The guy she's describing is no guy. He's engaged. He's invested. That's the 1% guy. And he probably ugly as fuck. She probably don't like to fuck him.
And a participative partner.
Participative partner.
Minimum behavior wrapped in politeness is still bare minimum.
Wow. I mean, good Lord. Ladies, this is you.
And that's
this is all women, man. I'm telling you, people, this is all women to a certain extent. I mean, it doesn't mean that she's going to start off like this, but give it time. She'll eventually reach this consensus. This is why they break up with 99% of the men that they've ever dated. But he was so motherfucking wonderful at the beginning, bro. I mean, I cannot waste my time, bro. And I'm not even going to gamble because what do people say? You're going to miss the one that was going to, I don't even want to roll the fucking dice. Leave me out of it, man. All right. I don't even want to gamble on the opportunity to try to find one of these goofy ass whores because I'm going to have to meet 50 goofy ass whores in the meantime that going to torpedo my life. No, I don't even want to gamble. I don't even want to chance it. Nothing. I'll just stay alone, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. Because why invest all of this for this? And then there's no. Not me. Not me. Shout out to Trayvon says, not to gossip, but I thought Fresh and Fit had a lot of respect for you in the game. Unfortunately, Myron didn't stand with Andrew. He did stand with Andrew, even though he proved to be a fraud. Since when did the overall manosphere stop giving you props? They never did. Right, so there goes that. They never did. Shout out to SK says this game should be behind paywalls. But niggas don't pay, so there's that. So I gotta entertain some niggas for free. Niggas be stealing, saying niggas too. Buzzer supports me. Shout out to you on Ko-Fi. All right, Tonio Ocasio says Nick Fuentes knows nothing about women. He says he did an interview with Piers Morgan and admitted that he's a virgin at 27. I'm like, shut up, Nick. Why doesn't the real ladies men like you, Steve, the Dean, I believe, Joker, and Coach EO get noticed, but them goofies get monetized, frauds, because their audience is mostly incels and men that can't get women, right? So that's where their audience gets, frustrated males, Red Pill Rangers. Whereas Coach EO's audience, he's gonna repel those guys. He's gonna repel those guys because Coach EO, well, I ain't gonna say what he looks like, but let's skip that. Coach EO's gonna be like, you gotta be the man, and you gotta have a philosophy, and you gotta build yourself up, and you gotta, wear nice cologne, that type of shit. And niggas don't want to do that. Right? They ain't gonna do that. What? You want me to do what and put on the effort? So me, I challenge guys. Well, listen, you got to better yourself, not just for women, but for yourself. That's the whole premise of the Free Agent Lifestyle book. Better myself? Well, it's no point if women don't. Okay, that's why. Tranisha says, you answered your own question about why the mammies are always in the way with black men when you said, I'm teaching you how to be a man. The white man don't call y'all boys to your face anymore. My dad told me, go for a man that simps for his mammy. As if I wanted another bitch running my house. Shout out to Tranisha. The worst guy, and I'm trying to help women. The worst men to date and marry are mother's boys. Now, she might say no because them niggas gonna be Russell Wilson. However, this is proof right here. This past video is proof right here of what happens when you date a mama's boy. They're gonna treat you like they treat their mama. Okay, they're not gonna be what? Assertive. They're not gonna make plans. They're just gonna say, yes, mom. Yes, mom. Okay, mom. Take out the trash, mom. Okay, am I happy, mom? Where's my allowance, mom? Where's my poon? So you don't want a mama's boy. Because they'll be like, go with a man that loves his mama. Okay, yeah, man, we all love our mama. I love my mama, but mama's boys are the fucking worst. Them niggas are spineless. And even Tranisha said, man, nah, bruh. You got to have a man that stands on some fucking principles. And I think women need to be with men that tell them no. And the one thing that they don't like is a man that tells them no. And they'll admit it. I don't like when a man tells me no. But they know they need to be with a man that tells them no. Any woman that don't want to be a man that tells them no is not even worth it. Because a woman will ask and ask and ask. Them women beg, bro. She'd be like, how about this? And can I go here? As soon as you don't say no, them bitches start keep asking and begging. All right, can I go to this restaurant? Can I go here? Can I get my nails done? Can you pay for my nails? Can you do this? Can you take me there? Can you support my career? Can you do this? Can you give up your career? It never stops. A woman that thinks she can get something from you gonna keep motherfucking asking and begging. No, bitch. Shut the fuck up. All right, you got to treat her like a dog. Go upstairs. Get in the bed. Lay down. All right, shut the fuck up. Stop asking me for shit. All right, a woman to me is gonna be like a child to me more than she gonna be a mate. All right, she ain't gonna be no motherfucker to be in here. Oh, you want a woman that can? What did they say? You want a woman that can challenge you? No, I don't want no motherfucking woman that can challenge me. All right, what she need to do is find somebody that can challenge her. All right, but I don't need her to come in here and be like, well, I can help you. Because here's the thing, bro. They'll act like they can help you. I can get behind you and make you a millionaire. All right, but I already made like 75% of the steps. Okay. You're coming in off the top. All right, I'll take it from here. Women like to take it from here and shit. All right, I found a man and I built him up. Okay, the nigga was already famous before you found him. Like Gucci Mane. You know you niggas love to talk about Gucci Mane's wife. Wasn't Gucci Mane a rapper before she met her? Wasn't the nigga like known? He was 75% Gucci Mane before she showed the fuck up. Then she was like, I'll take it from here. All right. All right. What? Like what? She didn't create the nigga. Now she did make him an extra bag and whatnot. All right. What the fuck? I mean, I don't understand where y'all niggas come up with y'all relationship material. He was already a nigga like a known entity and shit. All right, I found a guy, and it ain't like she drugged the nigga up and was like, here's a microphone, start rapping. And then write these rhymes and go here and set up the tour bus and hire this manager, and this is what you're going to do. Your name's going to be Gucci Mane. She didn't do none of that shit. The nigga was already there, like 75% of the way. All she had to do was like, let me tighten the screw here. Let me plug this in there. Right? Stop the bullshit. And women want to come into a dude's life and he's 75, 80%, 90% of the way there. All right, I made him the man he was. If it wasn't for me, you didn't do shit. I did this shit. The Temptations ain't nobody without David Ruffin. All right, come on, stop. Shout out to Big Boss Man. These ninjas have an imbalanced and unhealthy relationship with their mamas, and I understand why they are Mitches. I love my mom, but she passed away when I was in elementary school and lost my pops last year. These ninjas are blessed to go through their mammies, though. Go to their mammies, though. Yes, they're blessed. It's blessed to have a mom. Okay. All right, shout out to the brother there. He don't want me to read it out loud, but yeah, he likes that. I understand it. I won't read it out loud. No government name Luca says, how do you separate respect and ego? Context, my girlfriend disrespected me, mumbling under her breath. I told her I don't like that, and it triggered my in these streets self, cold, calm, and disciplined. Now she feels disconnected. Keep preaching, Coach Stradamus. That is an example of you telling a woman no and she not liking it. Okay, this is a classic example. This happens on both sides of the fence of relationships. So you said she did something that disrespected you. You addressed it. She didn't like that you addressed it or checked her. And now she feels like, oh, I feel like the relationship is not the same. That's you telling her no and she not accepting the no. That's you setting a boundary and her not accepting the boundary because she wanted to disrespect you and you allow it. It would have been okay for her to feel connected if you allowed her to mutter under her motherfucking breath and you just be like, oh, this bitch just be. You see what happens? She would have felt more connected by disrespecting you. Now, take my advice and dump that bitch. Guys, you guys got to start dumping these bitches. All right? Gotta start dumping these bitches, leaving them out in the cold. The reason why women think they're perfect is because men don't dump women. Dump their ass. Dump their ass. Tell them to put their panties on. Look, just walk them to the motherfucking closet and say, pack this up. All right? Get a box, pack they shit up, walk her to the door. I did that with a woman. All right? I did that with a woman. I packed her motherfucking, she had a little space in my closet, and I packed her shit up. I didn't say a word. Okay? Walked her to the door. I didn't have to grab her arm and tossle her, and she did it. She was walking to the door. All right? Opened the door. I had 2 doors to get out of my house. Walked down the stairs, walked her to her car. This is over. All right? No argument, no conversation. You're dumped. She's like, nobody's ever dumped me before. I wasn't trying to motherfucking make history like they said in the movie Show Me the Money. I ain't trying to make history, bitch. Okay? What I'm doing is getting rid of your ass. You hasn't been dumped by a man. All right? Now I'm a man. I ain't putting up with the bullshit. All right? That's it. No argument. This is over. Take your panties and go somewhere else. And I ain't fighting for it. Don't ask me for some more. Can you still fuck and all that? Nah, once I break up with a woman, I don't fuck no more. Y'all niggas still be fucking girls that file for divorce. Right? I'm like, how you I'm fucking a woman that's suing you? All right. Shout out to Bill Free Media says, shout out to the coach in the shield. Hey, coach, is it still the same divorce laws with layers refusing to take on women as clients? I think you mean lawyers refusing to take on women as clients if she divorces a broke dude. Is it the same divorce laws with lawyers refusing to take on a woman with clients if she's divorcing a broke dude? I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I don't think it's important to divorce for a lawyer to take on a client when the dude is broke. A lawyer is going to only take on a female client when there's a pound of flesh. But if she can just file a paperwork and leave him broke, she don't need a lawyer. And what's the point for him to go in? There's nothing. There's no contingency fee. There's nothing that she's going to get. Maybe she'll get, put down a $5,000 retainer so this nigga can serve him. Soon as he serves him, the guy ain't going to respond. It's over. And then he's got to give that money back from his trust to the woman. He's only used $1,000 of the $5,000 retainer. There's no point in the lawyer even acting with that woman. There's nothing there. The divorce laws are the same, but the guy's just not even going to respond to the divorce. So he's not even going to show up to court. Shout out to Gary says, after watching that lady talk, it really seems that women want 3 men in one. Thug loving, emotional friend, boss to hand money off a tree. He says they want toxicity. They can control chaos with balance. Send it. And I'm going to tell you the ultimate weapon against this. So people are saying, what would you do? Well, other than me walking away, societies have realized this a long time ago. And not only that, give credit to Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray. As much as we like to say what we say about them, what men have always used against this is other women. Polyamory or polygamy puts this in check. Men with other options put this in check. Men who use what people would call competition anxiety, this is non-existent to them. They deal with other issues. But men who are monogamous, men who do not show that I got other bitches, men that marry monogamously and they got to deal with one motherfucking wife, and the wife like, you got to deal with me, where the other woman would put this in check. The other wife is going to put that in check. The other woman in bed is going to put that in check. That's a way to keep that shit in check. She can't do this. She can't do this. I need you to do this and you do that and you just show up. When you're monogamous, she can play that game. When you're poly, she can't play that game. You're going to play a different game. Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray Ray realized this in middle school. Whereas the average man realizes this after they get divorced, after they get broken up with, after a bitch cheat on him, after she pulls this, I'm going to leave the good guy. But Chad, Ray Ray, Pookie, Tyrone, all these Mac niggas, they realize this in the 8th grade. And that's why they're so far ahead of you in dating and strategy and all of that. They figured this out in the 8th motherfucking grade. They had a girlfriend after them and she did whatever this nigga wanted because she knew he got bitches. Now, it takes you to get rich to figure it out. But if you don't break programming, you're going to be rich and getting ran over by an old soggy wife and getting divorced as a good husband. All right. But if you realize this and you work through it and you got money, well, then you be like, okay, bitch, all right. Before I give you my commitment, you agree to this or I'm going to dump your goofy ass and I'm fucking somebody tomorrow. So that's the difference of why when men say these women need all of these versions of men, but what they really need is another woman to keep their ass in check. That's what polygamy and polygyny did. Now, it's not a perfect storm over there. There's a lot of abuse and shit that happens over there. But competition anxiety puts this in check. But again, there's no perfect solution. You're going to deal with other problems when you do that. There's other problems that come with that. Now, you got to man up and deal with that. But if you don't want to deal with that, you got to tell women, you got to tell the woman you're with, there's other women that's bigger than you, better than you. You got to exercise the same shit against her because she's going to do it to you. There's never really a balance. People think there's going to be a perfect balance of two people and they're both monogamous and faithful to each other. That's rare. One woman's going to feel like, fucking, I need a male best friend and a gay best friend and a hairdresser and another nigga and a sugar daddy. And I need another male and a father figure, a masculine man in my life. I need a personal trainer, a massage therapist, nigga. Like, they going to always put another nigga because you can't be everything to her. Same thing as a guy. I'm going to marry a plain Jane. And then you're going to see some nice fret titties sitting up nice. And your girlfriend got soggy titties. She got soggy titties. She don't manicure her nails or her motherfucking feet. All right. She's sitting up there fat, bloated. And then you're going to see a woman tightly packed, young, fresh, and fertile coming up in here with fresh set of titties. All right. Ass sitting up all perky and shit. Ass sitting up so high. She got to reach in her motherfucking pocket over her shoulder. Then you going home to that soggy bitch that you're going to be like, yo, hey, I'm going to need this in my life. You always going to need more, you monogamous niggas. So it ain't never going to be a balance. Anyway, there was a comedian that said that. I think Sinbad said that. Ass so high that you got to reach over your pocket and over your shoulder. Shout out to Jaime Torres, Coffee Money for CGA. And shout out to the white Uncle Brian right behind you. Shout out to Uncle Brian. Shout out to Amron, says Coach Gang in the building. And shout out to Kevin Sullivan, says, damn, why Myron do you that? He says, stolen word for word, bar for bar. Why people try to mimic and not give you recognition? They really admire you. The sad part is the mimicking comes off whack. When they just say what I say, it don't even come off the motherfucking same. Joel says, at this point, fuck Myron Gaines, maggot ass, raghead ass nigga. Damn, we got a lot of brothers over here. Hustle Every Day says, watching Fox News for some reason, and they say the end of the Mac mansions is over. Personally, I never wanted to have a 3-bedroom, more than 3-bedroom, especially now that I am a player for life. Too much house, not enough life. Now I'm buying acres like a mug. And he says, yes, the Gym Buddy scenario proves modern women say one thing and do another. Also using shame, insults, guilt, and need to be right bit. Can't stay in her place or lane. Anthony B says, I just saw your Wayward Lingling episode. She represented K-Girls poorly after I vouched for them. He says, you truly are the chocolate of Confucius. Only a sage would not have crashed out after she tried to run on you. I would have been like, here's William. Guys, man, always let a woman go. Because a woman, I think what she wanted me to do was to tell her, no, don't leave, don't this and that. But I think she already also has something planned. Right. So she was pulling an okie doke on me and she knew it. And she knew I was going to call her out. She knew there was a penalty. So that's why she tried to escape and pull the okie doke. But guys, let them leave. Guys, never try to keep a woman in your life. Dude, there's so many women out here. Never, ever try to keep a woman in your life. If the bitch want to leave, let her leave. And that goes for all women in your life. Your mama, your daughter, your granny, your wife, your girlfriend, the love of your life, whoever it is, a female friend, whoever it is, a woman you doing business with. If she want to leave, let her ass go. Don't ever fight for a bitch that has decided to leave you for good or for better or for worse. Let they ass go. Let them go. I got another piece of, listen, the funny part is if she stayed that extra day or two like she was supposed to, 2 days later, another girl was flying in from the same region of the world. Right. So I was like, okay, cool. I get an extra day of vacation because the next girl comes in on Wednesday. Ain't no big deal. So she left on Sunday morning. She's supposed to leave Monday night. All right. I had a girl coming in Wednesday. All right. So not a big deal. Not a big deal. And don't say, well, she knew that. That's why she acted like that. No, she knew that already. She knew that. She told me, I know it's just my turn with you. Not a big fucking deal. But she wanted to exercise her options on my dime and my time. And I was like, never that. So if you want to know the whole story, go over to locals. Never try to keep a woman in your life that wants to leave. Even if she's testing you, I want you to fight for me. Never fight. Don't put up a fight. Don't bust a grape. Don't bust a grape. Don't do a goddamn thing. I want you to fight. So I'm going to test you to see if you fight for me when I leave. Let her hit the fucking door. I don't give a fuck. Let them go, bruh. Every single one of them. I don't care how you're dealing with them. If it's your wife and married, if she hits the fucking door, let her go. Change the lock. Shout out to the Dark Side Foundation. Did you hear Chipotle only wants customers who make at least $100K a year? Normies are mad. All right. They're trying to change up. Heel turning on the audience there. Heel turning. All right. We got the main event. Shout out to Michael Cook is in the building, flexing on you. Snap Tech Fix says, what the hell is Good Guy presenting Reverend X this beach? I don't have the clip. Good Guy presenting. Shout out to our brother Roderick Miller says NFL sack leader Myron Garrett, Miles Garrett has a Ling Olympic gold medalists. And he probably impaling that poor Ling. I don't know what he's doing. But that they look like the size advantage. I'm pretty sure he putting pressure on her cervix. All right, shout out to Eric Scott Sermon for the support. And I'm trying to clear the deck as much as possible before we get to this main event story. But she seemed to like it too, because I think that Ling like to get dominated too out here.
I like to get dominated.
All right. But anyway, we don't know. Just like that story of when I told you, did I tell the audience this? No, I told you on Locals. A woman I was with was telling me right before I was about to smash that she was with Shaquille O'Neal. I was like, damn, I didn't mean to say the name. I didn't mean to say the name. But it's a local story only. Anyway. All right. Anyway. Well, you got to hear the story. You got to hear the story over on Locals. It wasn't Shaq. All right. But anyway, I didn't mean to throw the nigga under the bus. He probably watching me like, sheesh. All right. Shout out to No Government Name. Thanks, Coach. I owe you. Salute. And Kaylin says, women can't lead ish. Their emotions will frustrate you when you let them lead. Sadly, husbands aren't allowed to be the leaders or dictators in marriage. I love my mama too, but I'm not trying to F my mama. Monogamy sucks for these good husbands. Shout out to you right there. All right, but anyway, Shaq is mad at me right now. But Shaq knows what he's done. You know what he done did. Main event. Let's do it here, and then we're going to get out of here. I guess I got to do this quickly here because I got an appointment. But let's do the main event. Main event. All right, we got the main event. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We're going to ecclesiastically get through this particular main event. We have an ecclesiastic wife and mom who has a secret life that led to her murder. You guys know me. I love a good murder show. I'm a Dateline aficionado. I love cold case files, forensic files. I love a good murder story because sometimes I just look at people who take that course of action and go, what the hell are you thinking? All right, how did you think you wasn't going to get caught? Now, oddly enough, not a lot of people get caught when they delete somebody. You would think they would, but it's not that often. And sometimes it might take years to delete somebody. It's a very hard thing to do. You're going to make a mistake. And so I would encourage you to never delete anybody. All right. But I love these stories here because oftentimes it centers around a relationship. All right. Proximity, likeness, relations. All right. It's very rarely a stranger that deletes. Sometimes it's a person that does housework. All right. I let him fix the electrical wire around the house. And then he goes off and deletes the wife, you know. But sometimes it's almost always proximity, likeness, and relations. All right. In your life, the things that are going to happen to you the worst are proximity, likeness, proximity. People who live near you. All right. Most people that kill someone live near them. All right. Likeness, people who look like you. Most people who victimize you look like you. They're from the same race. They're from the same gender. All right. So that's where you're going to get got. Relations, people you have sexual relations with, people you have legal relationships with, people you have familial relationships. These are the people who you have to look out with more. Proximity, likeness, and relation. All right. People often think stranger danger. It's a stranger that's going to do something. And rightly so. You don't know this person. So it's least likely to trust them. But most people get killed by proximity, likeness, and relationship. People that watch you, people that know you, people that you entertain, talk to, fucked, whatever it is, married. And in this case, we have this woman, and I talked about this story before, but I think I need to reiterate it before because ecclesiastically. This is a Crime Watch Daily. This is a Chris Hansen show. This is the mom, all right? Mom and former wife. She's no longer a wife, but she's been married, I think, once or twice. She has a secret life in Grand Junction, Colorado. We're going to play the video. I'm going to pause for research purposes and fair use purposes. But you can see she's white wife, plain Jane, a mom, married. She married her Chad boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. Housewife next door. Secret life that led to her tragic ending. Here we go.
Raise kids by day
Paige was a soccer mom
and peddled fantasies by night.
Hello, you've reached Models Inc.
But this loving mother's double life caught up to her, leading to a shocking disappearance.
Sorry, Mom, you are really, really mean. You said you would be back by more dark and you haven't even been back.
She would never have not come home.
A bounty of suspects.
I don't kill anybody over sex.
And a mystery that would take nearly a decade to unravel.
We were still stuck with the reality that we didn't have a body.
Paige Bergfeld, a 34-year-old mother of 3 young children, was living the picture-perfect life.
Paige was one of those people that just exuded happiness when she...
Let me stop this right here. We're at the minute mark, so I do have to stop. What you're going to see is, and I've seen several ways this is presented. Several shows have presented this story. They're going to present Paige as a wonderful mom. She was a wonderful mom. She was a dutiful wife. She hustled. She took care of the kids. The husband was gone. He left. She was wonderful. She was smart. That's what they're going to do. And most of the time, you're going to realize that the friends knew the secret life. They didn't say. They're not going to tell the world that. So women keep secrets among women, but you only find out what is a good girl. A good girl is a good girl. A bad girl that hasn't been caught. So they're going to co-sign for how great she was, not a demon. All right. And that she was, by circumstance, had to do something to pay the bills. All right. Let's continue here. She was forced into doing it. She really didn't want to do it, but
showed up. You knew she was going to show up with a smile because she just had that in her all the time.
Paige was always very big about having her family on display. She would just be radiant when her kids were out playing.
She loved family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then her kids were everything.
Her husband, Rob Dixon, came from a wealthy family, and settling in Grand Junction, Colorado, Paige enjoyed a caviar life in a corn dog town.
He was wealthy, so they bought the house in Grand Junction and then added to it.
But according to District Attorney Dan Rubenstein, Paradise was not without its troubles.
Let me stop it right here. We have Dan Rubenstein on the case right here.
I'm not going to say what race, what people.
Okay.
We know I can't say
All
that.
right, nice house, Grand Junction. I've been to Grand Junction, Colorado. I kind of fancy Grand Junction, Colorado. It's a beautiful town with all of those beautiful mesas and all of that high elevation in winter. But it's a great place. You also heard that he was wealthy. She didn't come from wealth. He did. And so he brought someone up. He married her and brought her up. But let's continue here. You can see he elevated her status, aka inadvertently elevated her status financially. Sounds like they had financial trouble. You're going to hear this later. We don't know where the financial trouble came from that led to the divorce. Let's continue.
They had somewhat of a tumultuous relationship. He would get angry. He would yell loudly. He would make threats or statements that would cause people to be very concerned.
As the couple's finances grew more strained, Paige's father, Frank, was concerned for his daughter's safety.
Dixon is a person that's kind of two personalities. We think of him as good Rob and bad Rob. And at the first part, it was 100% good Rob.
Yeah.
And I think as his financial situation deteriorated, we saw a lot more of bad Rob.
And let me stop right here. As you saw earlier, good guy presenting. So Rob was good when they first got married. And then when he couldn't control the financial spending, it sounds like the financial spending was probably her because she wasn't for money. He couldn't control the spending. He started yelling at her. So they didn't say where he yelled. He just yelled at her. Why? He told her no. Stop spending my money. Be careful, budget. And she probably, I ain't trying to hear that shit. And now he's the bad guy. Let's continue here. I'm just assuming, by the way.
She had told me she was very concerned about something bad happening.
In October of 2004, Paige made a distressing 911 call.
911, where's your emergency? My husband and I were in a fight. He wanted the children to stay with him. And he said that I would come home and find them all murdered. What's your name, ma'am?
Lying.
Paige Dixon.
The situation was diffused by police and no charges were filed against Rob. But a year later, Paige placed a second call claiming physical abuse.
After the second incident, I set up a bank account. It was getaway money. I wanted her to be able to pick up and leave with the kids.
Let me stop right here again. Again, a lot of times when divorce happens, the wife's family is going to fund the divorce. The wife's family is going to fund the divorce. You're going to be like, how she afford a lawyer? How she afford to do that? Well, the wife's family is going to fund the divorce. We're going to pay getaway money. We're going to make a slush fund. We're going to pay for the attorney. So they, as I always say, women are always going to need a man. They might not need the husband, but they'll go back to the father. All right. Or they'll go to a sugar daddy or a former boyfriend. So you see what's going on here. All right. And we don't know why, but I'm going to ask you this question. Why do you think Rob wanted? This is going to be a tough one. You might not know the answer to this one. Why do you think Rob wanted to take the kids with him? I want you to think about that because that's important to this story here. Why do you think Rob, and the reason why she doesn't want the family's helping because they don't want Rob to take the kids. Why do you think Rob wanted to take the kids? Let's continue here.
She needed to.
After 8 years of marriage, Paige and Dixon divorced. But now she faced the burden of maintaining that luxurious lifestyle on her own.
Paige was enormously entrepreneurial. She started out by setting up this little series of dance studios for kids that she called it Brain Dance. And then she went into Pampered Chef and was taking trips for awards, so she looked like she was doing well there. She had another business where she was selling these slings for nursing mothers. So she was cobbling together things.
Let me stop right here. So watch this. Watch this. And I asked that question. The answer is going to be answered for you. But what do we have? Oh, she's a hustler. She has all these businesses. What do I know about women who have all these businesses? Normally, one of their businesses is, I'll wait to say it. But women that typically have all of these businesses, one thing that they will have as another business is, this is common. Trust me, I'm a sugar daddy. I know. I date women like this. I know women like this. I meet women like this. I message women like this. A lot of times when I meet these ambitious boss babe hustlers, that's not the only business they run in. Okay. So the dad doesn't know. He's going to claim he didn't know, but the ex-husband knew. That's why he wanted the kids. He knew about this business. And I don't want to give it up, but he knew about this business. All right. That she had all of her businesses. Let's continue.
She was one of those people that could juggle an incredibly full life and yet still be there with her children.
She had a pretty nice house, I think 4,000 or plus square foot house, and her 3 kids slept in her bed with her every night. That's really who she was.
There it is. Tall Chad. All right. There's the first husband, or maybe the second husband, and skinny white woman.
Quietly begun a romance with her first husband, Ron Beigler, a high school sweetheart she briefly married after graduation.
What?
He was the first big love.
Wait, what?
Ron and Paige kept in touch and started rekindling their relationship.
Oh, man. Okay. It gets worse. So, again, why did the second husband flip out? Why was he yelling? Because she was still talking to the first husband. He was still there. They rekindled right after the breakup, right after he moves out. Guess who she moves back on with? Kept in touch with the first husband. So why do you think Rob was always yelling at her? First, she's spending the money. She has a side business, all these side businesses. She don't sleep with him probably. And then she's keeping in touch with the first husband. She's still in love with the first husband. Ex still in the picture. Another bull in the ring. So now when we hear men are abusive and yell and scream, they never put it in context. Why was he yelling and screaming? She coming home to him in the morning. She's disappearing. She out here doing this. She's with God knows who. She's with her first husband. She's talks to her. She got male best friends. That's why he's yelling. She's spending the money. They never put it in the context. I'm putting in the context for you as a formerly married guy. It's not just out of the blue. He's not just an asshole. All right. There's a reason why they're fighting. Let's continue here. So you just saw them, even the father, admit to it, that she ran back and still kept in touch with husband number one. Let's continue.
She briefly married after graduation.
He was the first big love.
Ron and Paige kept in touch and started rekindling their relationship.
Beigler lived 250 miles away in Denver, so the two arranged to meet halfway at a rest stop in the town of Eagle.
On the day she was last seen, Paige Bergfeld left her $1 million home here to meet with one of her ex-husbands. Sadly, the young mother would never.
All right. So what I'm getting is I'm getting a copyright notification. All right. I just noticed this, and they're giving me the copyright notification right there. So the stream will end if I continue to show this. Now, since that's the case, and I was wondering if that was going to be the case, and it was. All right. Let me just fill you in. Let me just fill you in. Okay. This woman was working as an escort. All right. And she was working as an escort. Sadly enough, she went to go meet with the first ex-husband. They met there. And then what happened was she disappeared. But since she was working as an escort, the father claimed not to know. The friends claimed to have known. The second husband was most likely a client. Now, this didn't come up on this program, but I believe the second husband met her as a sugar daddy. As a sugar daddy. That's how he married her. Okay. Now, that didn't come up on this show, but I believe that she met the second husband through this service. So he married a hoe. He turned a hoe into a housewife, gave her kids. I don't know if the kids were all his. That's why when he left, he probably told her not to do any more business. She still was doing business. She still was doing business while married. That's where all the fighting is coming from. And then when he said, I'm going to take the kids, is because he told her, I'm going to tell the world that you're an escort. That's what happened. And so she did whatever she could to spin whatever story she could to prevent that. So that's why the family put the financial defense force to keep the kids with her. But she was still escorting. So that's what eventually happened. Now, she ended up disappearing. She left the babysitter, left the kids with a babysitter. The babysitter had to leave, but she didn't return back. The babysitter knew she was escorting as well, because I think at one point she wanted the babysitter to sub for her. I believe that was like a situation came up where the babysitter was asked to sub for her to meet with a guy. Long fucking story. And so the babysitter even knew. So when I show you and tell you that men are the last to know, men are almost always the last to know. You never know. Women will protect each other's secrets and run around. They'll know all this shit and they will never tell you. You won't know shit. So she ends up disappearing. They find her car burnt up. Then they find her dead eventually. And then they find that one of her clients killed her. All right. But they didn't really know because they had multiple men in her book. All right. They had so many men they had to interview. They interviewed a kid, a dad that was a parent with the kid's soccer team. He was a suspect. The ex-husband was a suspect. Several clients were a suspect. And it ended up being a married man. Right? He was married with a wife. He ended up being the one to kill her. So, unfortunately, I can't show the rest of it because, yeah, it's they're giving me the copyright yank, the yaga on that one. But yeah, that's again an ecclesiastical marriage. Girl next door, wife next door, married. This is why I say, man, married is not the end all be all. A lot of people get married for some strange reasons, but people just say marriage is the end all be all and all of that stuff. But yeah, man, I wish I could show the rest of it, but I was getting the copyright. We're going to stop the stream if you continue to show it. So I might even delete the stream at some particular point so I don't get a copyright strike. But it's hard to believe a woman married twice. Now, here's the funny thing about it. When I was looking at the comments, people were saying, oh, why you shaming her? She had to do what she had to do because the second husband was abusive and left her. She had to support her kids and her lifestyle. Her lifestyle choice, that shouldn't be highlighted and so forth and so on because people were shaming her, right? They were like, but I ask you, if a man gets robbed in the act of hiring a prostitute or a man gets killed in the act of hiring a prostitute, do people feel the same? Do people feel the same? Do people feel sympathy? Oh, he was a good father. He was a good husband. He coached his kids' soccer team. Right? Do people feel the same? No, they like this goofy ass nigga. Yo, he got caught buying pussy and he got motherfucking Rick roll, trick roll. Fuck that trick ass nigga, right? That's what they'll say. Oh, he was an act of hiring prostitutes. That doesn't he was a good family man, but he was hiring prostitutes. Fuck that nigga, right? That's what people will say. Well, that's the same thing as this. Why is she getting the pass? Oh, she was a good mom. She was an entrepreneur, a boss babe. She juggled this and that. And she was a hustler. But guess what? She was hustling Cootie Cat. That was her main hustle. Now, women have been finding this out, and I've been saying this for months and years. A lot of these women who are boss babes and hustlers on the internet, they hustle vagina. I'm sorry to tell you. Okay. And they look good. They polished. They be giving you motivational speeches. They'll even say, put boss babe in the motherfucking comments and I'll send you a manual. These are escorts. And I know it. Because I fuck them girls. All right. Trust me. I know it. I'd be like, this bitch be showing up. I'm a lawyer. I got real estate. I do this and that. And I got businesses. I got OnlyFans. I got this and that. And I got a business where I sell Tupperware. And then guess what? They be like, yeah, but I charge this for a PPM. They hustle vagina. That's their main number one byline of income. I'm in school. I got a degree. I'm getting a degree. I'm in school. I got a job. Their main income is vagina hustling. All right. They make more money hustling vagina than anything. Now, their cover business is school, their business. That's their cover business. But they can go to networking events and talk about how, I sell land and I do this and I'm a pharmaceutical rep. That's their hustle. That's their cover business. All right. But that's what it is, man. All right. But that's what it is, especially if they're highly attractive and they wearing Louboutin heels and a pencil skirt and a blouse and all that shit, bro. And they got heavy makeup and hair. All right. Pussy. That's their number one goddamn byline. Anyway, don't ever think they out here just making business deals and going to business meetings. They're going to hotel lounges and bars and hotel rooms. That's what they're doing. She'd be like, I work in logistics and I do this and that. She sells pussy. That's what they do. That's their number one income, vagina sales. All right. And then their logistics and all of that shit and real estate, that's all at the bottom. That's byline number 2, 3, and 4. Number 1, and they make money off of social media, and I got a social media Instagram page, and I got 550,000 followers, sell vagina. They all still sell vagina. I don't give a fuck how many followers they got. Look at that one girl, Sadia Khan. Proof positive. She charging $8,000 a phone call and doing this and doing masculinity courses and selling goddamn tea, skinny tea, and workout programs. Vagina. That's what they sell. Okay. All right. That's what they sell. Number one thing they sell, punani. Okay.
Because I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
Anyway, don't let them trick you, bro. Don't let them trick you out here, but always let them treat. Let's get to the super chats all here. My sugar babies are listening to me like, what the hell? CGA, don't front us out like that. But it is what it is. And that's always been what it is. That's always been it. I don't judge. I'll plug you in. I don't trick, but I treat. Trick or treat, motherfucker. All right, anyway, shout out to our brothers here. And by the way, I know social media too. These women are like, I got an Instagram, I got TikTok. You're broke. You ain't making no money off Instagram and TikTok. Because I got Instagram popping and TikTok popping. All right, you're not making that much money off Instagram and TikTok. The only place where you can say you make money off of, and I would believe it, is YouTube. And you got to be putting in work on YouTube, not one video a month and one video a week. You got to put in work to get 20K off of YouTube. Like, you got to put in work. You posting every day, shorts, editing. You posting like the Angry Man. You see that nigga, the Angry Man? Angry Man posts like he a maniac. I'm like, nigga, do you sleep? All right. Angry Man got 15 shorts coming out, and he got 8 live streams a day. The nigga be posting 15 clips. I'm like, this nigga don't sleep. All right. All right. But you gotta put in work to make money on social media. So when I see a woman on social media say, I make social media, I'm a social media influencer. You know how many influencers I banged? Right? And they was broke. They didn't have enough money. They was short. You have to be working, going like a maniac to make money on social media. You can't just post some videos on TikTok, 2 videos a day, and make money. Trust me. I got a TikTok. I've been monetized on all these platforms. You can't do it. You're going to make some chump change. You'll make a good 5K doing that lazy shit. You'll make a good 5K doing that lazy shit. All right. But if you want to be making 5 figures a month, you're going to have to work like a maniac. And them women don't work like a maniac. Oh, I got a YouTube. I go to their YouTube. Last YouTube video posted 3 weeks ago. All right. I don't care if you got 1 million views on that video. You ain't making no money on YouTube. Where we at here? Pug Dad says, clip that 30-second portion when you said never fight for a B who want to leave you. Let them go. More men need that ingrained in their heads. Okay. They always fighting for a woman that don't want to be with them. Okay. But never fight for a woman that doesn't want to be with you. Never, ever. Shout out to our brother says, I'm trying to get married again. Yeah, I'm not trying to get married again either, coach. That's from our brother Maurice C. Roach is in the building. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And people don't want to hear this because I've been with influencers and OnlyFans girls and boss babes and shit like that. I've been with these girls. All right. I'm not impressed by them. That's why I'm not impressed by them. I'm like, yeah, nigga. And I've been with wannabe Instagram influencers. I'm like, them, you. All right. It's not even impressive. All right. But it's impressive to y'all niggas because these women are somewhat, oh, wow, they're out here on the internet. They're not in. It's fine. They're okay. They're okay. They ain't bad. They're nice to pop off and fold up. It ain't that big of a deal, bro. They human beings at the end of the day. Most of the time, they got the same issues every other woman got. They short on money. Right. They short on money. I had a chick pull up in a BMW X5 custom. Said she owned her own house. I don't know. She was 19 on OF. Guess what she was doing?
Because I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
Even with all that, came out with Coach Chanel bags and shit, dressed to the nine, face full of makeup, hair done, all that. Still.
Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
It don't matter, bro. I don't care if they broke, rich. They still gonna find a way to go over there and drop that neck. Ain't no fucking big deal. And what she said was, well, the money's too inconsistent. So she got to supplement her income. What does she do? Get a job? Nope. How does she supplement her income? I'm like, hey, I don't judge. Come over here. I don't judge. And she had a poppin' OnlyFans too. I was like, damn. But she was like, it's too inconsistent. I had to figure out a way. You know, with social media, you got to wait for them to cut your check. All right. You got to wait for them to cut your check. See, with the way I do it, since I'm demonetized, I don't have to wait for the YouTubers have a certain day. What day do you have to wait for on YouTube? Because you'll do all your YouTube shit and you don't get paid. No super chats are hitting your bank account every day. You ain't getting no monetization. Your money don't come in every day as a YouTuber. Okay. Your money don't come in. They cut off the pay period on the 10th, and then your check hit on the 21st. So YouTubers, watch a YouTuber. They motherfucking happy as a motherfucker. They show up on live streams, and they ain't stressed out. They be like, oh, man. They be happy as hell on the 21st because that YouTube check done dropped. Your AdSense, you done got that message from AdSense. That motherfucking check done dropped. You get paid once a month on YouTube. Now, since I'm demonetized, I don't have that, so I get paid every day. All right. And I look at the trade-off and go, at least I'm not giving a 70% cut to YouTube, and I got to wait once a month. So I kind of get mine every day. I get to go into the Cash App and drop my shit into the bank account. I don't got to get YouTube to go fucking take my 30% out, take the 30% out. All right, but YouTubers, they got to struggle and grind all of that shit. Same thing as OnlyFans, same thing as Twitch, same thing as Instagram, same thing as Facebook, Meta. You get paid on a certain day. So you'll grind the whole month. You're not getting paid. And that's the same as OF Girl. She's like, okay, it's cool, but yeah, what am I going to do after I get my OF drop? All right. What do I got to do in between now? I got to come see CGA. All right. Shout out to Jaime Torres out here, man. All right. I think I got everybody, but I'm going to see one more time if I need to talk to somebody else. We got our brother DC Sheldon says biblically immediately polygyny establish who the head of the relationship is. Monogamy leaves it open for debate. Lukewarm Christians like Andrew Wilson rejects polygyny, even though it is modeled and was modeled by men like Abraham, whose wives called him Lord. Shout out to you. That's true. Somebody asked, is it 70% or 30%? YouTube gets 30%. So that's 30% of super chats, 30% of all the income, AdSense, they get 30%. All right. So every time you super chat somebody, YouTube getting 30% of that money. I mean, I want you to think about y'all. Y'all niggas that sent $200 and $300 and $500 to the lead attorney. And YouTube took 30% of that $500. Y'all should have cashed app that nigga. All right. But y'all wanted to see your name on the screen. All right. And then your taxes on top of that. So, yeah, it's crazy. Y'all should have got that PayPal. Y'all should have got that motherfucking Cash App. I mean, it's a trade-off because a lot of people won't super chat you if they got to go to PayPal. They're like, I don't want to go to PayPal. So you'll get less support. More people want to support you by super chat, but the super chats are going to be 30% less. 30% less, whatever you just donated. You donated $100, $30 going to YouTube for hosting, and it's rightly so. I'm not against them getting their money because they're giving you a platform. All right, shout out to our brother Trinidad says, okay, I got him already, but yeah, biblically polygyny established the man as the head of the household. That's why people don't want men to be the head of the household. Hombre Lobo says, a 44-year-old cousin of mine just got back from Brazil and said he found the one there. She's 21, no kids, never married, gave him burning desire, he says. She even wants him to smash her and her friend. What's y'all's take? Brothers, stop. You're not meeting the one overseas. You guys are idiots. Just have fun, have an orgy, have a you know what I mean? Don't have a train. Have your threesomes and leave it there. Leave that bitch there, bro. All right, depending on how old he's 44, he could do this for 20 years. She's not the one. All right. She's not the one. Y'all niggas go traveling and falling in love. Now, not to say that I don't, feel for the girls that I'm with when I travel and go overseas, but you're just a client. You're just a client. Just have fun with them girls, man, and come back home and erase these bitches from your memory, unless you're going to go back and see them and use them as one of the people you're going to have as a client when you go back. All right, because it makes it easy when you know some people over there, right? You done been over there, and then you're like, okay, I got this girl, that girl. Okay, then when you touch down, you don't got to jump on that dating apps to meet girls. You could just have this girl fill in. You can have 50% of your girls, the bitches you had before, and then gives you room and error for new girls. That's what I'm telling you, man. You ain't meet nobody over there, bro. If you ain't over there for 3 months, you met nobody that's close to the one. Okay, if you was only over there for 2 weeks, you didn't meet the one. All right, Nigga Man says, shout out to you, coach, and shout out to all the 50 Jesuses that had me on the floor rolling. Oh, the humanity. They didn't want to hear that part. The 50 Jesuses. All right, they didn't want to hear that part of history. You're just a customer. Shout out to our brother. Iggy says, another fine week, coach. See you on Sunday for the local stream in the Money Mindset. Salute to the Shield. Shout out to Iggy, who dropped a support over there. And join us over on CoachGregAdams.locals.com. Join us on the Money Mindset, which is patreon.com/Coach Greg Adams. We got some exciting news coming up next week, and we got a lot of massive amount of opportunities for you coming up here next week. It's a big week for me, transition week, leaving the goofy ass Manosphere behind and the Red Pill Rangers. We're going to the next level. And all of that in the bag of chips ahoy. So be ready. Get your emails ready. Follow all of my pages. Get your motherfucking community tab on. Check your emails. Go over to Locals. You can set up for free over on Locals. You can set up for Patreon over on Locals too. But you're not going to get shit. You can set up on Patreon too for free, I should say. But have a good weekend. Do your cardio. Protect yourself. Keep your bail money ready to go. Don't drink and drive. And wear your condoms. And if you don't, pull out, put it on your chest. All right, nut it on her chest or give her chin nuts. Whatever you need to do. No strag policy is in full effect. Don't date strags. Never go to her house. All right, Pookie is waiting in the bathroom. Don't get robbed. What else do we need to do? Do your cardio, work out, unbig your back, hug your mama, kiss your mama, get the real story from your daddy and your bald-headed granny and all of that. Somebody says he credited me multiple times. Brothers, gentlemen, somebody saying Myron credited me multiple times. You must credit the source anytime you use my shit. Stop with the bullshit, you bitch ass niggas. You always credit me when you use some shit that I just said, or I'm known to say you credit me right then and there, or fuck you, bitch nigga. All right, anyway, bitch ass nigga. All right, should we leave with the bitch ass nigga song? When you use some shit that I just said, that I said nobody knows but me, and you don't credit me on that point, you don't get no motherfucking credit for me, bitch niggas. All right, anyway, fuck you and your manosphere. Shout out to the coach gang. I can't stand the bitch ass manosphere, bitch ass niggas. Peace.
Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, got my paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The Rio just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm trouble, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck, and they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit I don't trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. Just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the band jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice. Go run up a check. Demand my respect. I'm doing the most. I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing.
And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.